Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just a body punching?
I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying in there.
You were saying that Gibbs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time.
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and he was taking those punches.
DiBiase Productions.
Making women's gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Keep sharing the champ. With the fake champ. With Italian lightning. Let's go.
ThaBoxingVoice.com. I'm a treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'm gonna dominate. I'm a dog this fight.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, NesGTO. Find me on all forms of social media at NesGTO. We're here today. It's Sunday, Crow Day, here to talk boxing. Mikey Garcia, it was history. I mean, he made history Saturday night. Oscar Valdez went through yet another war, and the world excited about it. Bloody, battered, Mexican warrior tested versus Scott Quigg. And then we have the Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder, Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua. I don't know, fallacy, right? We also have Manny Pacquiao in the news. We said he was a free agent, or we were reporting that it was said that he was no longer with Top Rank. We'll bring you the details on that, and a new champion emerges and makes the top 5 TBV topic list on a flagship show. Regis Prograis from New Orleans, currently living now in Texas due to the storm. This is what we'll be talking about. If this is something you're interested in, well, then you know the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're going to head on out to our co-hosts, ranging from both west to east. Let's go on out to Matt the Hipster Hunter.
DiBiase Productions.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it? Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
Yes, this was here. Haters beware. We have so many fights to chop up, so much news to get into. Obviously, we were gone this weekend. We were not here for a Thursday show or a live fight chat. I apologize. We're obviously in Joseph Parker, WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World's Gym, obviously ahead of his fight with Anthony Joshua, WBA and IBF Heavyweight Champion. So stay tuned.
IBO, don't forget, Matt.
I am forgetting on purpose. Stay tuned for all of that content coming out, I think, later this week. Enrique is going to come on later on the show. He's obviously the editor and main producer of that content and that Camp Life, so he can probably give you a more accurate date or deadline for all that content. But so much to get into. Ivan Baranchyk versus Peter Petrov. Kyler Relic versus Rancis Bartholomew. We have so many other fights to get into other than Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg, Mikey Garcia versus Sergey Lipinets, Regis Prograis versus Julius Indongo. So much to get into. Can't wait to chop it up with the almost full panel of the show and the callers. Should be fun. Let's get into it.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up!
Yeah, man, we had an exciting weekend of boxing, wars, boxing IQs, and all this stuff, aggressiveness. We've seen a lot of stuff in the different fights. I'm excited to see what everyone thinks was the better fight of the weekend. We had a couple of good fights. We had the Valdez fight versus Scott Quigg. The Petrov, the Maddie mentioned, versus Ivan, which was a great fight. And the championship fight that everybody was looking forward to, Mikey versus what I've dubbed them Lippy, but Lipinets, Sergey Lipinets, where everybody was, kind of like, seeing over him, seeing past him. But in my opinion, put up a great fight.
Daddy did. And we'll get into that because that is our first topic. Mikey Garcia, the current 135-pound WBC champion, attempted to be one of the few men to move up 4 different weight categories and capture 4 different titles. Off bat, I'll say it was weird. I didn't see an IBF title in any of the winning pictures. All his WBO titles and all his past WBC titles, but no IBF title in any of the pictures. Now, I don't know if, he got to take maybe one picture or so in the ring with Lipinets. I did not notice. But, Mikey just continues to impress. There's really not much you can say. The guy is so technically sound, so defensively sound. He made a very bold statement that I'm fighting everything in me not to hold just that statement alone for a show, Matt. But you know how I am with secrets. I got to spill the beans. He went on the record and said he thinks he's this generation's greatest fighter. And to be honest, yeah, you could smirk and make all the, facial expressions you want, but he continues to prove it. He continues to dare to be great.
Well,
is this a cherry pick?
Yes, absolutely.
Whoa, this was a cherry pick, Matt?
You believe that was a cherry pick?
Time out. He waited till the undisputed. There was one champion in the division, and now he left. And then he went up and fought a guy that won a vacant belt.
So what do you prefer?
There's tons of ways you can look at it.
Wait a minute. No, that's false. That's a false statement. First of all, he moved up to fight Broner, which was a bigger fight than fighting Crawford. Only in terms of popularity. Fighting Crawford would have been more important due to the amount of belts.
Yes, a big fight that was completely.
No one in their right mind expects Mikey to move straight up and fight Crawford. If he was going to fight Crawford, it needed to be like this. It needed to be the second fight in the division. Crawford could not hold the weight. But I'm glad that you brought him up because, I stalk all fighters on social media so that you don't have to. And I mean you, the listeners.
And Terrence Crawford's the best follower on Twitter.
No, he's also a stalker. He's just like me.
His subtweeting is by far the best in the sport.
Well, it's not subtweeting. Everyone knows what he's talking about.
But he's not adding them, so it's still technically subtweeting.
Well, then that one went over my head because what I was gonna say is, he took a shot on fight night saying, "Oh, all of a sudden now 140 is a stacked division once I move up." Mm-hmm. But first of all, listen, Prograis was always there wanting that shot. Okay, Lipinets was always there wanting that shot. I do recall Crawford vacating that belt first. Okay, and Mikey
in the same time.
What?
He vacated all in the same time.
Bullshit. Go back and check. Yo, you're off today. Ooh, and I brought some sound bites specifically for you being.
Stay in your lane.
Ness, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I know you're amped up, but let's be honest here. Terrence Crawford vacated them all after he beat Julius Indongo.
He did not vacate them all.
Yes, he did. Yes,
my God, bro. Listen,
I thought he did. What really happened?
Hold on. It may not have been the same day, but why does that fucking matter?
Oh, it matters because he vacated the IBF because Lipinets had the mandatory. So
the IBF is the strictest on mandatories. That's why he had to vacate that one.
But that's my point. He vacated that one because he had to. And look, I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just simply stating facts where you are not.
Crawford would have whooped Lipinets worse.
But I'm not saying that he wouldn't. I'm stating facts. He let that title go. Then he held the other three. No, man. He
went on to face a better opponent in a higher division that's more credible. But again, that's off topic. Ness, you're going down a rabbit hole.
Look us there.
We have Mikey versus Lipinets. You want to talk about that fight?
Mikey versus Lipinets, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm hearing a lot of.
Hold on, dude. I know you have this crusade against Crawford, Ness, but
crusade.
Bro, I have no clue. I have no clue what you're talking about. First of all, you brought up Crawford. Remember, I thanked you so that I could bring up his tweet. You're bugging.
What I can honestly tell you though, man, I'm checking out the chat right now, and a lot of people are really giving Lipinets shit, like paper champion. He wasn't even. I mean, Cherry, like Matt was saying, like. How is it that a champion is a paper champion? He's not taking paper punches. He's not taking paper punches. I'll tell you that.
It was a vacant title, but it wasn't his fault. Crawford relinquished the title.
He took opportunity. Can't blame the fighter for that.
No, I'm not blaming the fighter, but he didn't beat the champion to win the belt. He fought for a vacant belt.
Well,
That's
the champion didn't want to fight. The champion didn't want to fight.
No, the champion went up.
So everybody that won Tyson Fury's belt.
Don't say the champion didn't want to fight when he's facing a better opponent.
Listen. The IBF mandated that they start negotiations. He relinquished that belt. He held on to the other 3 for at least 30 more days before deciding. You forgot?
Ooh, who cares? Who cares? Why does that matter here? Why is that relevant to Mikey versus Lipinets?
You know what?
We're going to talk about that fight.
Because we are talking about Matt. Stop being a child. All right, we are talking about that. People are saying Lipinets is a paper champion.
Yes.
He is not a paper champion.
No,
he would have gladly fought Crawford the way he gladly fought Mike.
No one's disputing that. But Crawford went to face a better
fighter.
Crawford went to face a better opponent in a higher division.
No one on this panel is disputing that. But he being Alex, brought up comments from the chat, which we need to address. If he's going to bring it up on live air, the chat is calling him a vacant champion. I have the right to defend the said vacant champion.
Paper champion, which is technically true. He won a vacant belt.
Yeah, with an excuse. Guilty with explanation, Your Honor.
Just like every champion
that tell you something.
Is a paper champion. Romain Severin was a paper champion. Charles Martin was a paper champion. We can go down tons of paper champions. We know them. Come on, man.
Well, you need to understand that that's a disrespectful term. You're throwing it around like it's.
It's like the word bum. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? You're throwing it around like it's legit. Like, oh, he's a paper champion. He's a paper champ. Man, them dudes will smack you with their paper championship title.
That's fine. You go try to smack me, please.
He's not a paper champion. Hey, Matt. I know it. Matt, hold on, Ness. Hold on, Matt. Agree with me on this. Have you seen Mikey in the last 2-3 fights have this much trouble like he did with Sergey Lipinets?
I thought he had.
Did you see this trouble with Adrian Broner?
No, but I thought Broner was a more easy.
So you're saying Broner fought better than Lipinets?
No. That's not what I said. I said Broner was an easier fight than Lipinets because Broner doesn't let his hands go. Lipinets lets his hands go.
Listen, Lipinets impressed the hell out of me. Doomsday. This guy wants to be negative today. That's cool. He could play that role. It's 3 of us. It's all good. Me and you.
I want to talk about Mikey versus Lipinets. I don't want to talk about Crawford.
We are talking about it. This guy goes back to fucking Crawford. Yo,
listen, I was impressed. I was impressed.
We just literally said. I just literally said I was impressed with Lipinets. Let's talk about Lipinets.
Okay.
You got that dude's name all in.
I think Matt hating on Lipinets. He blessed. You said it on the chat.
No. I don't want to big this up like, oh, it's history. Like, okay, cool.
Lippy getting money. He got.
I don't think this is the biggest thing ever. This isn't history like Showtime was calling it. Like, I don't view it in that light.
What, as far as Mikey making history being a division champion?
Who are you to say that this isn't history and you don't view it in that light?
I don't view it as this high caliber win. I don't.
Yo, you expected fireworks after the fight was over?
Yo, it's funny how much this kid is like me, bro, because he got shit memory. I mean, I remember you talking hella shit about Lipinets like he was this, crazy.
No. I said that he struggled in his last fight and that Mikey should beat him pretty easily.
Yeah, but when he was mandatory for a few guys, you were on the bandwagon then.
No, I was never on the Lipinets bandwagon. You're misconstruing.
Don't make me go back on these shows.
You go back on the show and listen. I've never been on the Lipinets bandwagon.
Listen, bottom line for me, I was very impressed with him because he was 13-0. Okay,
Lipinets did good work. He did absolutely good work.
13-0 and made it to the 12th round. He only got knocked down once, and he made it a fight. It wasn't one. It was one-sided, but it didn't watch one-sided on television. If that makes sense.
I gotta admit though, man, for Sergey being the bigger guy, Mikey was the one holding the power, man. He was it took him long.
Sounding crazy in my room.
It took him longer to find that distance and time. Sergey had a lot of good head movement coming in, so I thought that he was doing good and throwing Mikey off. But One thing that I noticed that Lipinets never corrected, and I don't know if it's because he was just letting those right hands slide off the shoulder, but he would lean too far down, and I was afraid that something like what happened to my man Erickson Lubin was going to happen. Because he was
it was happening. That right hand was ringing on the side of his face.
But Mikey never made it an uppercut. He kept it a right straight.
Yeah, he kept it a right straight. I was afraid that Mikey was going to catch on and do that, but he never did it. He threw the uppercut one time, I think, and followed with a left hook.
Ness, you said at the top, Mikey is an exceptionally skilled boxer, but the thing that makes it even more, I think, crazy to think about is that he only throws basically 4 punches. There was a jab, a right straight, a left hook up top, and a left hook down low. Those are basically the only punches he throws throughout the entire fight.
But he's mastered them, and he mixes them up well.
He mastered it completely, and his judge of distance, his timing, his accuracy. Plus, he has some pop. That right hand sounded just thudding against Lipinets.
Yeah, thud.
Which is another thing, this guy says, "Oh, it's not that big a deal." Yet he moved up. His weight, his power carried. Like, this is something to talk about, in my opinion. I think Lipinets is a tough match for anybody. He would have ran through Rancie's slapping, punching ass. Fucking Gervonta called Wilder a fucking Tom girl. Did anybody see the?
Yeah, I saw that.
What happened to Rancie's? I don't remember him. I swear to God, Matt, at one point,
I have no idea.
I had to pause it and read the name because I said, "Am I watching Loeldi or Leldi, his brother?" I didn't know who the fuck it was at one point because the punches were so slappy.
Ness, did you not watch the first fight with Raylick or whatever his name is? Because that first fight,
it was close, and he kept hitting him with low shots, man. I didn't like that.
And he did it again this time.
He did it again. Shit was
Anthony Edwards said it the best in the chat. Shout out to Anthony Edwards in the chat. He says Rancie's is a complete disappointment. But before we move on to,
I wonder how Salah feels.
Let's just wrap it up with Mikey. I mean, as our thumbnail says, he wants to unify at 135. Robert Easter was in the stands. We're actually talking to Robert Easter, see could we stop by his camp in Toledo. What do you think? I mean, look, because there's not much to say about the performance. It's like you said, he's got 4 punches. He mixes them up, different variations, but he is a master at distance, timing, range, and those 4 punches, So what should he be doing next? I don't know if the fluctuation in weight is safe. At this point, there is no fluctuation, right? He was at 135. He won his title. Since then, he's had 240-pound fights. But if he does decide to unify at 35, like he says, then come back up and unify at 40, there will be a fluctuation going up, going down, going up, going down. Does it eventually hurt him? Will it hurt him now immediately if he attempts to make 35 after 2 fights, which technically could be a year? How long has these 2 fights been at 140, Matt? I mean, when's the last time in months that he's fought at 35?
Well, he fought in January at 140 against Broner, I believe. That was the fight.
No, I know. So I'm saying how many in months since 35?
Since 35?
That's because that is the quote. He says he wants to unify at 35, then come back up to 40 and unify there. So my fear is the fluctuation.
Hold on. I'm trying to ask you a question. His last fight at 35 was the John Zlaticanin, right?
I believe so. That's when he won the 135-pound title.
That we're talking about at least a year. At least a year.
Exactly. That's what I called a year. So I just think that's dangerous. What about you, Doomy? You're the one doing the weight thing. Take yourself off mute face.
Call me mute face. Now I'm looking at the weight fluctuation. I mean, it from 135 to 140. What weight does he walk around in? I mean, making weight, the stress of the body is actually.
Well, I mean, let me just interject there and remind you. Yesterday on Showtime on Fight Night, he weighed 147 Fight Night. So after fight is over, he's gonna let go for a little bit, kick up with the family, easily get to 165, 168.
He wants to go back down to 135, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's at least what Robert Garcia said.
That's another 5 pounds.
No. That's what he said to Jim Gray. He says, I want to go back down to 135 and unify, then move back up and unify the 140 and simultaneously.
I can honestly say that that fluctuation in weight right there, that amount of weight, if he's living a clean life and he's maintaining and he has an actual number he doesn't surpass throughout the year, him and his team can easily do that and fluctuate up and down and not have that negative effect on his body. I mean, it's all about how far you're willing to let yourself go out into the sea. Did you eat the extra tacos? Did you eat the horchata? You know what I'm saying? Did you do all that? Or did you live cleanly and maintain yourself at a certain weight? It's all up to them. I mean, they're pretty smart and, you know, very cerebral, man. The Garcia.
So you don't think it'll affect him then?
It won't affect him. It will affect him depending on his lifestyle and what he's actually allowing himself to balloon up to. But other than that, you look at Floyd, man. Floyd stays in fucking shape all his life, bro. If he has that type of discipline, those pounds are not going to matter.
Yeah, but Floyd is in.
No, so you're talking about fluctuating from 135 to 147 or 135 to 140 and going back and forth?
I'm talking about going. Jesus Christ, I've repeated this 7 times.
I've been going in and out because I had something going on, Ness. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I could not.
The quote is he wants to fight and unify at 35, then move back up while still being the unified champ at 35 to unify at 40 and reign at both divisions.
That's serious.
But didn't he also bring it 147?
He said that will be 3 fights later. Quotes on the thumbnail.
Which I think he's
3
looking.
fights. So in 3 fights, he's going to unify 135 and 140 and then 147. I don't think that's happening.
Well, that's actually good because he's steadily moving up.
All right, that's going to happen.
3 fights later technically means 4. So it would be unify with Easter, beat him if he can. Go back up, unify with Relic. Heyman will give him a unification with Relic. Beat him if he can, and then 1 more fight to get acclimated to 47. Then the 4th fight is a real 47-pounder. That's 3 fights, and you see me at 47.
I just don't think that happens.
You're a hater.
No, I think probably he ends up staying at 135, and then coming up for like a super fight at 147.
Bro,
I think 140 was a accolade thing. That was him wanting to get that belt. Say, hey, I was champion out these divisions.
Matt,
you need a fight though, Matt.
Listen, if you're talking about
before he takes a super fight,
if you guys are talking about accolades, buddies, keep in mind, I don't even know because I'm not a historian, but name another fighter that's simultaneously been unified in 2 divisions. He won't be undisputed in 2. He'll be unified and reigning is what he said he wants to do. He wants to be unified and reign.
I think that's very hard to do with men. It's just to do that, and it's just unlikely. I just don't see that. The sanctioning bodies, it's just hard to do.
Whether it happens or not, I think whether it happens or not,
WBC yet for a year. The sanctioning bodies are on his side because they know he's the new dude. Did you see how full San Antonio was?
And how is that good for the division? Because then you're not defending the belt.
But he will because he's coming back now to give you the unification you want.
If you have 2 belts in one division and then 2 belts in another division, you have 2 mandatories in one and 2 mandatories in the other. That's 4 mandatories total.
Sir, let me tell you something.
He fights 4 times a year.
Let me tell you something that you obviously haven't pieced together. Check this out, Doomy.
Yeah.
At 140, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check out all the Heyman power, right? So he could do what I just said. He's obviously they setting it up. Mikey was there. Jim Great.
These fights.
Let me finish, Matt. Can I finish?
No. I'm not saying he can't get these fights. That's not my point. I hope you understand that. I'm saying that time-wise, he's a 2-fight-a-year guy now. Right? The bigger star he gets, the less often he's going to fight, right?
He could choose whatever he does want to do, though.
Brother, he could fight as many times as he want. How many times did Vladimir fight? How many times does Joshua fight? Like
Joshua fights twice a year. What are you talking about?
Whether it's choose to do whatever they want.
Look, whether it could happen or not, what I'm noticing is that the game plan looks solid. I mean, look, you go all the way down to the 135 division, and you steadily start going up in weight. And you fill back up all the way until you get to 147. I mean, I don't think it's a bad plan.
There's nothing steady about 3 fights.
A matter of lifestyle.
There's nothing steady about 3 fights, 4 mandatories, in 2 different divisions. Like that. That's a rough schedule, and I think it's a very unlikely schedule. And I think what's better for Mikey, go and reign in a division. Go and reign in a division. Be a great in a division.
He's making more noise and will make more noise every time. Whatever announcer says, the reigning, defending, never before done First Mexican in the fucking world in the history of boxing to reign at 135 while simultaneously reigning at 140. The unified at 135 and 140. Mikey Garcia!
The Conor McGregor of boxing.
San Antonio went crazy. That's right. And that's how Mauro Ronaldo.
Hold on. Conor McGregor never defended his belt, which is another point I'm talking about, which is holding up a division.
Okay,
that will end up holding up a division. It will.
Matt, he's muting your point by telling you last night, Jim, I want to go back and unify with Easter. So he's not holding up a division. Like,
no. Yes. My point is, once he is a unified 135-pound champion, and once he's a unified 140-pound champion in this hypothetical world, in this fantasy land, okay, then he will hold up a division because he'll probably be a 2-fight-a-year fighter, maybe 3, and he has 2 mandatories in each division. Naturally speaking, he would probably end up holding up division. That's why most likely this never happens, and this is rare if ever. And when a fighter does move up and become a 2 weight division champion simultaneously, they end up vacating one of the belts. You know why?
It's not an easy task, man.
It's not smart. The trainers don't advise that.
Pessimistic Matt.
Real quick, B. Pauly on the super chat, $5. Hashtag TBV is TBE. I ain't calling in today, just showing support. Hashtag Bomb Squad. Hashtag Wilder is Killmonger.
Whoa. So Matt is in his mood today, so he's going to be negative about everything. So moving on to the undercard, Khalil Relic becomes a champion for the first time when he should have been a champion when he, faced Rances Bartholomew the first time around. Many believed that he won and got jobbed. Rances hit him with numerous blows. And I won't waste too much time on this one. Rances looked beyond amateur in this particular fight. He looked beyond amateur. He had his earmuffs on the entire fight, and it was due to, and I quote, he hits like a tank. So he remembered how hard Relic hit him the first fight and decided he didn't want to get hit, so he was going to keep his hands up. And, I feel like I'm just going to be mimicking or, repeating everything that Paulie says, but Paulie was right. Like this guy couldn't get any offense off because he was too busy worrying about the defense and transitioning from offense to defense. It just isn't his thing. He was doing some weird shit with his dude. Did anybody notice the salsa shuffle he was doing? It was horrendous.
Let me tell you, man. I'm disappointed because I watch these guys all over the internet, and before their fights, I see their training videos.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Coach Salas, and you're working on these inside combinations, and you're working on the side-to-side movement in combinations with your punches. But it was like he didn't pull the trigger. He let this man just unload, and he thought either he was going to get tired. I don't know what his actual thought was, but he just let him beat on him, and he would let off a couple of shots here and there. And you said it yourself; it was like slappy shots. Like, I don't know, man. I know he's better than that. I don't know what happened. You have your bad and good days at the office. We're gonna say he had a bad day.
When was the last time that Rances looked good like that? He impressed you? To me, he's had a lot of wins that have been close, that have been either disappointing, anticlimactic. He's been one of those guys that we know he has talent, but he's never seemed to be able to actually implement it in a fight, unfortunately. I remember when people used to talk about him versus Crawford, him versus Postal, him versus those guys, and those fights never materialized. I remember there was people.
I say Scorsese. Remember Scorsese used to be big on his guy? I always wanted to see him versus Crawford.
And I was watching him last night, and it was just you look like a guy that didn't want to be there, that was getting hit a bunch, that just happened to be very tough.
Overwhelmed, right, Matt? Really, he was overwhelmed.
I don't mentally he wasn't there. Like he seemed like he was just checked out, to be honest. And then to be honest, though, there was about maybe in the 10th or 11th round, he finally started clicking. He finally started throwing his hands, and he was having some success. And if he started that in round 1, maybe he would win. But mentally, he can't. He can't implement his game. He can't implement his skill.
It was Carroll, man. He was
gym warrior. To me, he will always be a gym warrior, unfortunately.
How much punches did this guy unload? Like 1,000-something punches in the whole fight.
Raylick is a. I'm not just look. Like he just throws. This
fight. You could tell the passion that this guy had when the fight was over. Like he went in there to finish the job that he started in the first fight, and he finished it. So kudos out to you, man. You trained like a champion. You won like a champion. You got to give him the props too. We can't just get on Francis right now. He had a bad day. Hey.
Oh no, Relic looked amazing.
He looked amazing.
Yo,
amazing jab work. I'm talking about inside.
He mixed everything up. He was even loose. He didn't look Eastern European at all. He was very loose.
Shout out to Belarus.
Yeah, no, he looked good, man, and he got his win, and you know it was a heartfelt moment. You know what I mean? Because he worked hard, and I'm sure he didn't. You know, once he got jobbed the first time, you know he didn't think he was gonna be here again, and he was, and he got it off, and he did it. You know that's the 140-pound division. You know what Crawford says is weak. Unfortunately, you know, for him, he's so good that we wanted to see him go to 47. So with Crawford in this division, we did think it was weak, but with him out of it, it is fun. And Relic being a champion now, Rancey's taking a loss. You know, these guys, they'll mix and match, and they'll do something real good in that division sooner rather than later.
Well, I think quick. Sorry, Doomsday, but a reason why 140 seems fun and competitive now because it is competitive. You know, Crawford was so much levels above a lot of these guys that it didn't seem like it was competitive. Now it's like that. Similar to like when we're going to talk about Valdez Quigg. Valdez may not be the best 126-pounder in the world.
He's not.
He's not. But that fight was competitive. That fight was fun.
But it wasn't supposed to be. Quigg is like on his last leg, and you know, he's been bounced up from promoter to promoter. Like this was supposed to be Valdez's first, like,
real test.
Not real test, because again, we all expected him to win, but you know, like, I guess the real name, right? There's no other big name on it. This is the biggest name on his resume.
I mean, people thought this was going to be somewhat of a test. I don't think people thought that Valdez was going to go over and walk him down and walk him over.
I absolutely never in my life thought that Valdez
went down in his last fight. Valdez got knocked down in this.
I understand, but Bruce Trampler, Top Rank, Todd DeBuff, Bob Arum, they are very good at what they do. You're not going to lose this Mexican, English-speaking medalist at the Olympics. No. Did he medal?
I don't know if he medaled.
Well,
real quick, guys. I love Muff Dive on the super chat. Shout out to you, 5 pounds. Love your podcast.
I love Muff too.
Love your podcast, AJ. Going to knock your man Wilder in less than 5 rounds.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Bomb squad.
Yo, matter of fact, why don't you just call in? I thought I had a new soundbite for that call in. Damn, Gina.
Back to Valdez Quigg. I thought Quigg was going to give him some angles. I didn't think Quigg was going to go in there looking like that. We've known Quigg as more of a boxer, I would say, traditionally.
I'll agree with Matt.
I didn't walk down Valdez, and Valdez have to be the boxer. I did not expect that.
Yo, just to give more, like, points to me not thinking he's the guy at that division. Like, he'll be the guy because he's Mexican and he's with Top Rank. They know how to build stars, so he'll be a draw, but he's not the skills, because look at how Frampton handled Quigg. Like, I mean, just compare those fights. It's just that simple. Oscar Valdez wants to lean forward, put his earmuffs on, have his head on Scott Quigg's, and release punches. He wants to bang. He's a banger. In every single fight, he gets into a war.
He did get into. I mean, personally, me, man, his kid's he's a good investment, man. He's a likable kid. He got his farm animals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him go into another war back to back, man. This guy's been in back-to-back wars. I think he's a young guy, and you don't want to put him in there for the next fight in a competitive fight. You might want to just kind of ease up on him, man. He's been in too many wars. He left the fight with a freaking broken jaw, broken foot. I mean, he can't keep getting into these
he's always
wars.
Breaking something. Listen, I hate to say it, but Manny Robles' team, everyone's broken their hand.
There's a reason. There's a reason guys have left that team as of recent. Michael Collin, Jason Quigley. There's a reason why.
Jabaransky.
Because that gym is very specialized in what they do in terms of they only do one thing.
They're Joel Diaz.
Go to war?
Not 2.0. They're Joel Diaz minus 2.0.
Yo, and like you said, Doomy, I'm worried about Valdez's longevity with these types of fight, that type of style, that type of mentality, because when he was jabbing on his toes, he was good.
Yes.
When he would slip shots and just jab and dart in and out with burst combinations, he was really good. And then he would get sucked into the brawl and start leaving his hands down, getting sloppy. And I don't know what needs to be changed in camp, but obviously something does need to be changed in camp because he can box.
I noticed that he started complaining. I mean, that's what the corners were saying after the 5th round about his jaw. And I noticed that he
I think his tweet, if you go to his tweet, Doomy, because it's in Spanish, you should pull it up.
Okay.
I think he says after the 1st round, he injured 2 things, but it's in Spanish. You know, my words are damaged.
What I did notice, though, that his jab, he started jabbing more to keep Quigg away. Quigg was putting on some good pressure. I mean,
Quigg was also heavy. He was 142 pounds in there.
Yeah.
Yes, that was unfair. And that's what Valdez does. You know, they said his team told him not to take the fight. He said no, he wanted the fight. So, you know, that's the type of guy he is. He's like a typical Mexican warrior, and he's gonna go out on his shield. But he needs to box.
He definitely gets much respect, right? We like you, Oscar, but we don't want you getting into these wars.
We just don't want him to end up being
all beat up by the time how old is the kid anyway, Ness?
He's in his 20s.
He's in his 20s, man.
They got him listed at 27.
27?
So every time I see these ages, this is what I'm saying. I see these ages, and just, you know, being in this sport for so long, in retrospect, it's funny the way people talk about Danny Garcia, Paulie Malignaggi. Look at this kid. He's 27. He's only a one-time champion.
Well, let me go ahead and read this tweet for you guys. Oscar Valdez. Con la mandíbula quebrada y la mano lastimada desde los primeros rounds, aún así ganamos la pelea. Gracias a Dios salimos con la victoria, satisfechos de conseguir el objetivo. I'll translate that for you guys. With a broken jaw and my hand hurt from the beginning of the 1st rounds, and still we won the fight. Thank God that we won and we came out with the victory. We're satisfied that we that we finished our objective. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't really specify what round, but in the early rounds.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
so you got to give this guy you got to give him that
caution to the wind. So Boxing Fan Apparel is saying the first people to donate,
first 15 people.
No, first 10.
Oh, sorry.
First 10 people who super chat or PayPal donation $15 gets a classic Boxing Voice t-shirt courtesy of boxingfanapparel.com. So remember, the first 10 super chatters that either super chat $15 or PayPal donation $15, Enrique Church, aka the Casual Fan, will send you one classic Boxing Voice t-shirt courtesy of his boxing apparel company, boxingfanapparel.com.
I think Valdez, I just want to make one final point on Valdez before we move on to the next topic. I think Valdez may have hit his ceiling.
Oh, really?
But he can still be a top 5 fighter in the division, perennial, and be that exciting guy and have a great career. And that can be okay.
We can't teach an old dog new tricks, man.
Not that he's old dog. I'm just saying, like, I haven't seen much improvement from fight to fight in the last bit.
We got to get him boxing because he could use that boxing with the explosiveness that he has now. He could use that, man. We just don't get into these wars, man. Once he started moving, I seen a couple of the rounds. I don't know if it was the pain from his broken jaw or his hand, but he started moving around and he was looking good with his jab, man. Like you said earlier, man, he was looking good when he used it.
And again, I think he has that, but he's not going to use it. That's not his style. His style is to be in these fights, and that is his ceiling. And again, I think the fans often say that if you're not the best guy, that you're a bum. Like, that's the casual fan perspective. If Valdez is a perennial top 5 guy that is a champion here and there, that's a great career. You know, like, people think about Paulie as a bum, sometimes, and Paulie had a great career.
He's already got a great career, bro. I mean, just let's be honest. This is what, his 4th defense?
Yes.
Got to fucking Doomsday. Where does he live? And just for backstory to all our listeners that might not have caught the fight yesterday on Showtime Championship Boxing on Showtime, they showed. Oh shit, I'm saying that all wrong. On ESPN, they showed Oscar Valdez in his home, and he has a baby zoo.
Yep.
Alligator. He has chickens.
My kind of guy.
What other animals? He had a lot.
Man, look, he has a whole bunch of animals. Each animal, he takes
wants a kangaroo. He said so he could box with him.
Yeah, he has an actual habitat for each animal, and he makes he really, you could tell that he's connected with he's an animal lover. He has an alligator. He has goats. He has a little pony horse called Champion. His name is
Champion. I've seen that. Yo, but listen, where is that? Is that in Mexico?
That's in Mexico.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Sonora. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody on the chat that's from Mexico?
That's why they're gonna love him forever, bro. He's real Mexican. He even lives out there. He talks it. He writes it. Like he's not, fakey.
And he speaks English, so that double advantage, man.
Shout out to Big Shaq the God in the super chat with the $15 super chat. The first saying,
you about to get your boxing fan apparel?
Double XL.
Double XL. Shout out to you and Rob. Shout out to Rob the UK. In the super chat saying, I will pay in weekly installments. Thank you, Rob. Oh, and Dog215 with the $5 super chat saying Steve Kim ripped Eddie Hearn. Oscar tried to do a Jacobs, but it failed with missing weight. About time he got in this place after the TBV called in.
Man.
I'm not the biggest Steve Kim fan, but I'll give him his props for that line of questioning with Eddie Hearn.
Oh, you seen it? I ain't get the
salute. I saw it. Salute to you, man.
Yeah, salute to you. I'm not the biggest fan of you, Steve, but salute.
Why you gotta say you're not the biggest? Your mama never told you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all?
I am very open with my own biases, and I'm trying being transparent with my own biases.
What?
I guess you gotta respect, Matt.
Like if I don't like a guy or we have issues and we're talking about him on the show, I may mention that. I was like, hey,
better watch out. Border Wars is around the corner.
Put a disclaimer.
Never told you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Shout out to Andre Diakin in the super chat saying thumbs up, over 250 watches, only 71 likes. Funny to watch Hearn shake. LOL. What's this likes? Come on, hit that like button, people.
Yes, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility. It helps with the visibility of the show. Lets me and Matt and Doomsday know that these topics are something that you're interested in, and keeps us coming back around with more spontaneous shows. So, let me see here. Big Shaq the God, he wanted double XL.
I just said that. We said all these.
Yeah,
I didn't say you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
He's
just weird, right? I was like, Echo. Like, were you
Echo.
He mentioned Hearn was shaking, but Hearn actually took the questions in stride. I was pretty impressed.
Perfectly, he did.
you noticed that Steve got him off guard a little bit because his eyes kind of opened up, but he was like, "No, I like this. I like this." He kept
Eddie, like, you shouldn't be asking me about the second day weigh-in. Ask the commission. They're the ones.
Yeah, you peeped that, right, man?
Like, that was the right answer. It was. That was a perfect comeback.
I was like, oh, okay. Hearn was ready for you, Steve.
All right. So, Manny Pacquiao.
No. First off, you skipped the Wilder Joshua. Are we going to talk about any of the undercard on the ESPN before Andy Ruiz Jr.?
Andy Ruiz picks up the win. Andy Ruiz picks up the win.
Shout out to the Destroyer.
I seen the Andy Vences and Eric De Leon fight ended in a draw.
I thought Vences won.
I could see Vences getting the win. He was not happy about the decision, and Eric De Leon was more okay with it. There was even some words. You got to press a lot of rewinds in during the post. But
I was going back and forth between fights. I didn't catch it too much. I caught some of the rounds. It looked like they were being real tentative. Didn't catch too much of it.
They're being a little bit too technical, like a bit too meticulous with what their game plan was. To me, even though the Raylick Bartholomew fight was a little bit sad to watch in a way, if you know Bartholomew and saw him on the come up, it's kind of sad to seem like that.
Yeah,
it was a way more entertaining fight. It was.
Yo, so ESPN had his highest ratings yesterday with that fight, though. Now we don't have the regular Nielsen's ratings. I sent Matt the press release so that he could try and, I guess,
do the math
algorithm.
Well, the only problem is that they say in a specific market, they say the metered market. I don't know what metered market they're using in reference here, because they're saying a 0.8. They got a 0.8 for the Andy Vences fight, then a 0.7 for the Quigg Valdez fight, and actually went lower for the main event, which is weird. I'm only assuming that maybe the Mikey fight has something to do with that. But the Wilder numbers for whatever metered market they were using were lower than the full-on Nielsen rating.
Legendary Boxer. Legendary Boxer says highest rating in 2018.
Yeah, and they probably got maybe 1 million around there.
Because Lomachenko ain't getting no million.
True, but I mean, you always have to put it in perspective. You know that
Sam Ali, Valdez is Mexican. Matt, he gets ratings.
He does, but you have to put in perspective that ESPN is in 84 million homes. Showtime is in 23.
They fought in Texas too, right, Mikey?
No, but
San Antonio, Texas.
The Showtime card was in Texas. The ESPN card was in StubHub in LA.
LA, big city of dreams. So we're going to go ahead and transition to our next topic. But first,
thinking of doing some shopping? Need to buy that last-minute gift? Take advantage of Amazon's already extremely competitive pricing and very fast Prime delivery that doubles as Amazon's own Netflix service. Bookmark our hyperlink at ThaBoxingVoice.com/Amazon. It costs nothing, but whenever you use it, we receive a small kickback that is used to produce new content.
Matt, so fill us in on this Shelly Finkel thing.
Yo, I like that new ad read. Just saying.
That's super old. I just, I'm finding all my old sound bites.
Well, again, we were gone for the Thursday show, and Shelly Finkel has come out with more quotes about Eddie Hearn, about the negotiation process with Barry Hearn, his father, and the lies. And now they're saying that they want a new split of 40% for the first fight, and obviously flipped for 60% when they win the rematch. What do we think about this? I have a bunch of quotes if you want me to start reading quotes. But
rematch. What do you mean when they win the rematch?
So if Wilder were to win the fight against Joshua in the rematch, he would get 60% instead of 40%.
My boy Deontay ain't gonna really like this, but I don't really feel cool talking about this right now. Like,
what do you mean?
Deontay getting 60, getting 40, whatever the case may be, it really don't matter. We got to see the Joshua versus Joseph Parker fight. And, after getting a chance to see Parker.
Always counting my boy out.
Slightly up close because, it's not as personal as I would have really liked it, But we got to be a little bit intimate with the champion, the WBO champion of the heavyweight division, Joseph Parker from New Zealand. And, he's got a shot, man.
Man, listen, bro. Out of all these heavyweights, in my opinion, he's the most agile heavyweight. He can move.
Agile. You definitely bumped your head on.
Nah, you crazy, bro. Ain't nobody moving like Joseph Parker.
Wilder.
Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Because you saw him do a speed burst to the right and then hit somebody with a right hand. That ain't nothing, man.
He been agile. Have you not watched his fights?
Oh, but hold on. Let me back you up here.
I don't want to hear that.
Let me back you up. Tag team. I got you.
Let's go. Bow.
Let's be honest. A 38 going on 40-year-old Luis Ortiz.
Here you go.
Went on his toes. Had better footwork than Deontay Wilder, the athlete in his prime. Come on, man. Like, Deontay has a little bit of a flat feet issue. He does at times.
Oh, fams. First of all, you're trying to compare.
He's expecting the counter too much, and he ends up being flat on his feet at times. He does. You can catch Wilder flat on his feet. That is absolutely true.
I'm not even, you know what? I was about to sit here and go back and forth. No,
look at Matt throwing the combos.
I'm not going to go back and forth because, again, the same thing I said when we started this topic. I'm not going to entertain it and disrespect Joseph after spending time with him. I think that, he's got a shot. So I'm not going to talk too far into the future. He didn't want to talk too far into the future, so neither will I, because if he gets that win.
You got the juice now, man.
He got the juice now.
Talk about it. I'll talk about it.
I think Joseph got a chip on his shoulder, bro. I think he's coming into this fight with AJ ready to take him.
He do got a chip. Yo,
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel
man.
Doomy. He's
I know when I see somebody and they feel like they got to knock somebody out. Trust me.
Doomy.
Sorry, go ahead, Ness.
He's only 26.
My God.
People talking so much shit about Joshua. Oh, he's young. Look at what he's done in 25. Yo, Joseph is going straight up unnoticed. 26-year-old WBO champion. About to unify before Wilder did. Yo.
Every dog has his day.
That's fudging right.
That's true. And I'll put it this way. Being in camp with him, I didn't feel a chip on his shoulder. I felt confidence. I felt absolute confidence in his game and his technique. I did not feel like a Charlo chip on their shoulder. I didn't feel that vibe.
Nah, ain't nobody say that either.
I'm just saying he ready to wreck shit.
That's the vibe.
He's ready to.
That's the vibe I think about when I think chip on their shoulder. I think the Charlos.
Nah. He's ready to prove something. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Agree with that. I think that just to look ahead, if Joseph got 33% allegedly, I think 40% for Wilder is completely fair. And I understand that the narrative now is that, because it's 40-60 for the first fight, then 60-40 for the second fight, it's still 50-50. That's ignoring the pure monetary gross revenue for both fights, and the purses for both fights are going to be actually different. So it's not actually going to be 50-50 in pure monetary sense. But again, digressing, I just love that Shelly Finkel's in the media now pressing Eddie Hearn. We didn't really have that from I would say somebody that's had the gravitas of a Shelly. Lou didn't have that gravitas that Shelly Finkel has. It's nice to see that now. The industry is pushing for it now. If Joseph Parker throws the monkey wrench in the equation,
get him.
Then he's the guy. Then he becomes definitely a huge draw and a huge force in the division. And like Doomy says, he is completely underrated. He has some of the best footwork in the heavyweight division, and he has some fast hands. He's going to give all these guys some trouble. He will.
And real quick to the super chat, we have I Love Muff Dive.
Again, shout out to
10 through 10 on the pot. I'll bet Ness $100 that Parker lasts longer than Wilder and AJ fight. Winkle is an idiot. Wilder need to get rid of these weak promoters. They do nothing for him.
Well, Shelly Finkel is not a promoter. He's
the manager. Yeah.
Well, I don't know why you want to bet me when I'm the one saying I'm going to be respectful and not discuss future purse splits with Wilder and Joshua as if it's preordained that Joshua's going to get the win. I was the one choosing to use his brain and be respectful. I'm on one today is all I'm saying. I need you guys to stall. I would have typed this, but I got the L in my hand. I need you to stall while I pull up some Shelly Finkel audio.
I like how that was why you have you couldn't write it, that you had an L in your hand. Complete priorities, man. Priorities 100.
Well, the L's in one hand, and I'm also transferring the files with the other. B, like how you?
All right, so let you look for that footage, and let me Matt talk about what we was getting at you for, because I still feel like Joseph Parker is the most agile heavyweight in the division, and I mean, you tell me another guy that's moving like that. That doesn't. Do me a favor
and give me the Webster's Dictionary. Definition for agile.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm not being sarcastic either. I really want to get it. So
he want to dissect the word. Real quick, Matt. Before you go ahead and give us the definition, do not make the argument, Ness, that I'm saying that Deontay is not agile. He is the most agile. Is Joseph Parker, in my opinion. Now go ahead and read us the definition, Matt.
Agile, able to move quickly and easily. Synonyms: nimble, lithe, supple, limber, acrobatic, fleet-footed,
light-footed,
acrobatic. Holy shit! Where's my sound bites?
What? You seen him hit a cartwheel? You seen him hit a cartwheel? Like, what you mean?
Yo, he does all Yugans in the ring sometimes.
Come on, acrobatic, bro. We're talking about gymnast shit, man. That's just the definition. He ain't acrobatic in there.
You serious?
You serious? playing, man. And look, it says light-footed. You know what I mean? Look, like I'm saying, my man D, you agile, mobile, hostile. I'm not saying you ain't. What I am saying is that, in my opinion, Joseph Parker is just a little more agile than you. His punches, his movement, the way he comes in is a different style that he's working with. Deontay always leans on his distance, and Deontay only uses his extra tools in his tool belt when he has to. A guy like Joseph Parker in the heavyweight division that's not built like Wilder has to do more, has to be more agile, has to use that agility a lot more. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You weren't at the camp, but me and Matt got to go over there. We spoke to the trainer for a significant amount of time. It was a very intimate moment. We're actually going to do a Camp Life Joseph Parker recap to give you guys more details. But where was I going with this? Yes, the weight loss. They are trying to take off weight to be lighter and to, dart in and out, so to speak. Right, Matt?
Yes, they added muscle in the last year, and they felt like that was detrimental to Joseph Parker's game, his style. So now they're trying to take weight off, which I like. I think because he is a little bit of a lighter hitter than a lot of these guys.
How much was he weighing in?
He didn't tell us, I believe, but he looked slim. He looked in good shape.
He didn't say how much he was gonna weigh, but I said 225, and he said, "Hell no, we'll never take 20 pounds off of Joe." So Joe was like 245 for his last fight. So I mean, maybe 10, maybe 5.
Yeah, like a 235, 238. Joseph Parker would be good.
Got to keep him strong, man, so he could take it to AJ, man. AJ's a strong guy, man. Even though he gets a lot of shit for him being robotic or whatnot, he keeps it tightened, keeps it real tightened up.
And even though that Joseph Parker had a bunch of issues with Hughie Fury in his last fight, and I thought he even lost that fight, Hughie Fury is one of the most slept on heavyweights in the world. So
I don't know about all that. Maybe just a difficult style.
No, yeah, I think nobody talks about Hughie Fury in the top of the division, even though he can absolutely,
because he ain't do shit to be talked about in the top of his biggest win is Fred Cassie. Stop it.
If the judges got it right,
don't make me get the gun.
Ness. If the judges got it right, his biggest win would be Joseph Parker, and he would be all UK fight. Come on,
Vader.
Fury needs to be talked about in the top of the division. That footwork that Hughie Fury.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo, he said he needs to be talking to the top of the division. Yo,
call me now.
14255695241. You better get in line. Get in line now to get at Matt for that ridiculous statement. 14255695241. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORIBBS. What up?
Did you watch the Hughie Fury Joseph Parker fight?
Come on, everybody watched it. It did well. Not everybody. The whole 5,000 people on YouTube watched it.
Stylistically, it was I guess.
Come on, Hughie Fury boxed circles around Joseph Parker. I mean, if you don't think Hughie Fury can do that to
three judges also thought that Fury was running all night and Joseph was the aggressor, and that's why they gave him the win.
That's fine. You can also think Valdez was running with Quigg.
Well, hell no, Valdez. No, Valdez
was throwing his hands, right? That's what makes it.
Valdez did a mixture of backing up, going forward. Stop it, bro. It's not even the same thing.
Because backwards doesn't mean you're running. You're not a casual, Ness. Come on, you were smarter than this.
You're talking about a lighter division with higher punch volume. I'm not going to compare the two.
Well, I'm just talking about going backwards and how that is deemed running. Even though when there's guys that like Valdez was on the back foot in the majority of his fight against Quigg, we call that a war.
Hey, listen, man. I think nowadays anything that a boxer does instead of moving forward is going to be dubbed running because, I mean, what the hell, man? Everyone, you can box on your back foot. That's a fact.
I don't know. And again, I think with Tyson Fury out, this is a rabbit hole, but Tyson Fury out of the picture, Hughie Fury can easily slip in the top. He's just being slept on.
Where is Hughie Fury now?
Yo, Matt is a straight up liar, pants on fire. I wish I didn't lose my sound bites. I would hit him right now.
What are you lying about?
Why the fuck you lying?
Why am I lying?
I'm always lying.
Why am I lying?
Southpaw right. Southpaw right.
I'm
trying to be controversial,
lying. Matt, you're such a liar.
Yes, what am I lying about?
I can't believe I don't have it for real. I don't have it. I'm about to cry. All right, go to the tape. Go to the tape.
Anthony Joshua knocks out Deontay Wilder in every day of the week, including twice on a Sunday. I had a meeting with him yesterday, and he said to me, I have no problem with the fight. Have they made an offer? I said, well, no, of course not. We're going to be the ones making the offer, aren't we? He says, well, have we had a discussion about it? I said, no, not yet. He says, then what's he talking about? I said, look, he's using your name to hype himself up. He finds it hard to take Deontay Wilder seriously. His 16th fight, he fought Charles Martin for the world heavyweight title. His 19th fight, he unified the division against Vladimir Klitschko. In Deontay Wilder's 19th fight, he was fighting an 8-rounder on an undercard in Cancun.
All right, sugar. All right,
when he won the world title and had a defense, Shelly Finkel said, Deontay Wilder is just a baby. He's still learning. We're going to have some voluntary defenses, but it's too early for a unification fight.
What I want to address and try and put to bed once and for all is this Joshua fallacy.
Let me stop it right there. Anything you guys want to address that was said in that, Eddie?
I can address this. Eric Cruz in the Super Chat. The Super Chat King is back. Subscribe on Patreon for even better content. Thank you, Eric Cruz.
Salute, Eric. Anybody? If not, I'll move on to the next.
Move on to the next.
Matt's such a hater today.
Everybody else has this resume. Everybody else has this bill behind them. But when it comes to me, I got to go through so much. I got to go through so many loopholes, so many jump, so many hurdles just to have a fight. What have anybody else done? What have anybody else done? Nobody ain't done more than me. Nobody else ain't as scary as I. Nobody else is as dangerous of a fighter as I.
The fallacy is that Deontay, in some fashion, is avoiding Joshua. The bottom line is, if someone wants a fight, it gets made. We are fine to fight in the UK. We are fine to fight in Vegas. In one of the more recent interviews with Eddie Hearn, why'd you take such a risky fight? That's our business. You want to fight who you fight, fine. You want to try and dodge Deontay so you can pick up another payday? I know, no matter what is said, he doesn't want to fight now.
So that's Finkel on the fallacy. You want to anything on that, Matt? Hater today?
No, I'm not hating on that. I think it's the right move to make.
Finkel made a good point.
Finkel coming out in the press conference with just papers in his hand. Those papers could have said anything. But just the mere optics of him saying, hey, these are the papers. These are what we sent Eddie Hearn. We haven't heard back since November. That was gold. That was pure gold.
Really quick from the chat, potential lunatic. So I don't know how much we should take into his comment, but he says Shelly doesn't get shit done. And I think come on, yo. I mean, Deontay had 40 fights before he got a fight that could calm the sea of angry fans.
We don't even need to talk about Deontay Wilder's career to talk about Shelly Finkel. Shelly Finkel's been in boxing for 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Managing the highest level guys, the biggest stars in the game. Stop, man. Shelly Finkel's one of the best.
He knows what he's doing.
One of the biggest movers behind the scenes in the sport. If you don't know that, you're just ignorant of the game.
And he made a good point. Listen, they want another payday before they reach that monster at the top of the mountain. Because once you're up there, you get knocked off. You're getting knocked off. So, it's a good point that he's making. They want another payday. Stop running.
You saying running, so you siding with Team Wilder. Look at you being biased. Go to the tape.
How am I being biased?
Over here, the Wilder voice. Do me. Come on.
I'm not being biased.
The Wilder voice siding with Wilder. Like, wow.
Do me. Come on.
I'm not being
biased. What I want to address and try and put to bed once and for all is this Joshua fallacy.
I'll fight Joshua anywhere in the world. You can put us on Mars. When we colonate that, I'll be ready to fight them there, too. I think Joshua is avoiding me.
They're going to do something else? Why? Why can't it happen next? They literally fought 1 week apart. Neither one of them's hurt. They're exactly on the same schedule.
Thank you.
Right. No, and you're right. Because Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight this man right now. Okay, I'll give you that. Eddie Hearn doesn't want Anthony Joshua to fight this man right now.
When you look at me, I'm very confident in what I say. I'm confident in what I do. Joshua, he always plays the nice guy. And it seemed like his confidence isn't as high as a champion should be. He's tried to play the humble side. He probably tried to play the good guy role. And to me, it looked like no confidence at all.
So, thoughts, gentlemen?
You see the confidence. You see the confidence that Deontay Wilder shows, man. He really wants to fight. He's always talking about wanting to fight AJ. He wants to fight him. He's out there being vocal. I don't get that too much from AJ. Maybe his fans, but not so much from him.
Well, I think Wilder just needs to do this in the media every day, all year, until he gets that fight.
Man, AJ, I think, is on some shit like, man, I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm in the throne. Everybody got to wait.
No, but remember,
that's exactly what AJ's thinking.
He's like, whatever. I'm the man.
Wilder told us 2018 they was going to smoke him out. He coming for him, you know what I'm saying? It's only but so long that you can wiggle, you know? I think that he still has time, though. I think that Joshua could still get in if he's able to win versus Joseph Parker. I think he still could slide in either the mandatory with Povetkin and you know, use the excuse of a mandatory instead of paying them step aside money, or I just went through the ringer. I fought top 10 guy after top 10 guy. You know what I'm saying? I need a tune-up, and I'm going to do that with another top 10 guy who is a big domestic fight with Dillian White. And then the cherry on top of all that is, oh shit, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua happens. That takes precedent over everything. So he's got options, man. He like Mikey Garcia right now.
You're also forgetting Big Baby Miller in the Barclays, which they've already talked about.
Nah, I don't think that. You crazy? I think that was a filler. And we did our job. We totally told them that that's unacceptable. I don't think that I think that was just a filler.
But let's be honest here, Ness, and me and you, Doomy, we can all answer this. I think we'd all be okay with this and say that we accept this deal if Wilder and Joshua had a Andre Ward Kovalev-like contract, and you put Dillian White with Deontay Wilder and Big Baby Miller with AJ, and then it's guaranteed in the contract winners fight each other. We would be okay with that. We would. If it was guaranteed in the contract, we would be okay with it.
I mean, if they asked me, I'd be absolutely on board with that. Like, yes. I'd be like, sign me up. I'm ready. Give me some Wilder Anthony Joshua right now. Tune-ups up. I don't give a fuck. What? You kidding me? Listen, that's the super fight of our generation. I want to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Me and you something could have happened to me and you wherever we was just at. Where we were in Vegas. Vegas gets crazy. You seen what happened in the news? I mean, it's the truth. They keep making us wait. What's going to happen? We need that now. You know? But I'm telling you, because I've been in this so long, I think 2019. But Matt, Pacquiao. What's up with him?
Pacquiao.
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
There's a bunch of rumors circulating.
Is he still with Todd Bachbrank?
There were a bunch of rumors circulating that Manny Pacquiao was a free agent. I think we were even in Vegas listening to videos on YouTube about talking about Manny Pacquiao being a free agent. Bob Arum has come out in the media saying that Manny Pacquiao is signed to a long-term contract. He would not get into the specifics of it, but he said it was a very long-term contract. And that Pacquiao is with Top Rank and that he is not a free agent.
Yeah, he kind of threw it in there. Like, he's not really done with us, but he didn't want to specify. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what's going on here? Was it the fine print that Pacquiao didn't read that Arum is talking about?
Bob Arum has that lifetime contract clause.
Yeah, I know. And, Manny Pacquiao is pretty much saying that MP Promotions is, it's what's taking over the fight that's going to be going on in, where is it? Macau or Malaysia?
Malaysia, allegedly.
And it's just
allegedly, man. Oh, and Bob Arum even talked about that.
The money, they got to put up the money.
Yeah, he said, I don't know if the fight with Matisse is going to happen because the people haven't put up the money yet.
Oh, shit.
So,
listen, really quick in the chat. Did I lose it? Oh, okay. From Augustus, he says Pacquiao's using Danny Garcia to sell his next fight, which is true, man. I don't like that shit.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Good point.
He's straight using poor guys.
Because he's mentioned Danny Garcia as a possible opponent, which definitely our ears. If
That's multiple times he's done this. He did it before the fucking Hearn fight too, man. And I don't mean on the callers. I'm talking about they need to light Pacquiao up. Now I'm joking, totally. Not.
Man.
It's my evil look right there. Yo, so now that we got the information that Pacquiao is still in a slave contract, Regis Prograis.
My boy Regis Prograis.
Oh,
the Rougarou. Come on.
Where you get this Prograis from?
What is the last name then?
I don't know. I didn't hear Steve Farhood or Bird.
All right. Go ahead and bring up Google and let him pronounce it for you.
Yeah, where's Jeffrey? Get Jeffrey over here.
My man Regis. I've been saying it. My man's is the goods. Looks like Crawford left at a good.
Yo, name his last 3 fights.
Come on, man. Why you gotta put me on the spot with shit that I know about skills? That's what I know. You go ahead and take the facts. You and Hippity Hip can worry about
you heard what the what
Jimmy was ranting.
I know.
And Dongo, he wants to throw the curveball in there because he
look. I'm just showing you what you asked for Jeffrey. I'm giving you Jeffrey.
Regis Prograis.
Prograis.
The Rougarou. That's right. Shout out to Scholar of Boxing.
Rougarou.
The Rougarou, man. That's that.
Man. We're all bad with pronunciations today. Fuck it. Listen, what we do know is this.
He finished Indongo.
Ripped through Indongo, but
bad. He ripped through him bad.
Yeah, but I mean, look, yo, he was dropping Indongo with jabs. Like I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know.
He got bricks in his hands. Bro.
I don't know what's up with Indongo. I don't know what's up with Indongo. Like, was he 100? This was a short notice fight. Remember that this was not supposed to be Indongo. This was supposed to be Victor Postal. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, he ain't take that much punishment in the Crawford fight, man. He got put down with a body shot. That's why he took the fight. He felt good.
It's not about pure punishment and like brain damage. It's about confidence. You know this better than anyone.
Yeah, man. He was going down with jabs, man.
You can't come off of that loss to Crawford that was humiliating. I mean, he didn't win any.
Listen, I don't got a soundboard. Hit me with the violin music, please.
Let me finish my point.
Hit him with the sound. He said hit him with the.
He should have got a tune-up and a comeback fight, and he wasn't.
Here we go. Hippity hip protecting everyone.
He was a young guy who was undefeated, who had bombs in his hands, like you said, Doomy. They send a lamb out to the slaughter for Ndongo, but
come on, he was just champion. He was just champion.
No, you call Ndongo a lamb?
A lamb?
No,
come on, B.
Come on, he didn't win.
No, this kid's won one today.
He lost and on a short notice against an undefeated fighter in Prograis. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Regis is still coming up.
They sent Ndongo up to lose. Come on, man. They sent Prograis up to get a good win against a guy that Crawford beat already.
They set Regis Prograis to a test they thought was going to be hard.
I don't know about that setting him up to lose. Both of those guys are with Lou DiBella. It was an in-house fight. I don't think it was setting him up.
This fight was for positioning.
No, this fight was to get Prograis over the name that Crawford just beat. That's what this was.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, look, blame Bob. Blame Bob because he was supposed to fight Victor Postal.
And that's the same issue even. I would say that's the same problem. Victor Postal hasn't won since Crawford. Like, those guys need to get wins first, man. Like, get a win. That's the same problem with Broner and Jesse Vargas. Get a win first before you send out there with a top dog.
Who would you would have put in Regis Prograis with? Like who?
They were top 5.
Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't understand that logic. You got to be way more detailed and descriptive about that. Getting a win, because when guys like Danny take a cherry as a tune-up, people get mad. Now you're saying Broner, who's not. Let me finish, yo. Now you're saying Broner, who's not taking a tune-up, he should take a tune-up. You're saying it's crazy.
I've been consistent with that, Ness. If I'm his team and you're coming off a loss, you go take an easy touch.
Yeah, well, you got to start getting at the guys that call in here, calling people cherry picking.
Same reason why when you were injured, you don't take a tough opponent. Shout out Keith Thurman.
Maddie. Ndongo was not a soft touch for Regis, regardless of the win, the loss that he just had.
But he wasn't the same.
He's taller. How do you know, Matt? How do you know that he was coming up the same? He didn't get his ass whooped. He got put down by a body shot. Anybody knows that a body shot is a harder shot to
Nah, Doomsday. He got put down by 2 jabs. What you talking about?
I'm talking about Indongo versus
the first round. He went down by a jab, dog.
I'm talking about Indongo versus Crawford, bro. I'm talking about Indongo versus Crawford.
Again, you need confidence to go in there in a fight, right? If you're coming off a loss,
bro,
and you come on short notice, you're gonna have zero confidence.
Let me tell you something. Fighters that know about fighting, bro, you take a loss, and he didn't take an ass whooping in the Crawford fight.
And team,
but wait a minute. Let me get a word in. Let me get a word.
That fighter that you care about in back-to-back tough fights, and he's coming off a loss. You don't do that. You don't.
Let me get a word in here.
These guys sacrifice their lives for opportunities, man.
I get Matt's point to an extent. All right, to an extent, because if I'm Indongo or Team Indongo, yeah, I want to come into a title shot, coming off a win, not coming off a loss.
And short notice. Come on, man.
Yeah, but if I'm Indongo, I'm not looking at this like they served me up because it's
exactly.
Like, oh shit, they got me another title shot opportunity.
What?
I'm on that level.
That's short money thinking. That's short money thinking.
Short money thinking, man.
You should have team that's thinking long term.
No, hey, Broner just lost and he going up with Vargas.
Long term. Danny is thinking long term. That's why you.
Matt, I heard the same story with the Mikey Broner thing last time. They were serving him up. They're serving him up.
And they did. They served Broner up. What are you talking about?
Like, these are opportunities to these fighters, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know about serving Broner up, bro. Look, like Broner is Broner. He's a star. And
Indongo was the bigger fighter. Like, to me, when you saw these guys at the weigh-in and they looking at each other, I'm thinking, damn, Regis, you in for some trouble.
Training camp.
You got the well, how long was the short notice, Matt? 2 weeks?
It was under a month.
Under a month.
Yes.
And when was his last fight? Let's do some math here.
His last fight was in the summer against Crawford. It was in August, and he lost.
All right. Well, you know what? That is a long layoff in between.
That is.
And unless this goes back to the way these fighters live their lifestyle. I don't know if Indongo's a party man or what he does, or like the people that know about the fighters. Where's he from, Matt?
Name any other guy that's pushed by the industry that's put in there in back-to-back tough fights. Awful.
Adrian Broner.
Broner may not be pushed by the industry like he was back in the day. You know that. Come on, look at the guys he faced after Maidana lost. Look at the level
Andre Berto.
Broner faced.
Andre Berto went back-to-back tough.
But they
hell
were
of a payday though.
Guys over with Broner. With Berto. They weren't trying to push Berto back as a long-time reigning champion. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know. Matt's on one today. Moving on. On the undercard, was there an undercard for Prograis?
Yes, Baranchik, man. Come on.
Yeah, Ivan and Petro.
Yes. I thought he was in good test.
We got to talk about Luna, bro. Richard Comey, your boy.
I missed that.
Alexander Luna, and that was, if you want to talk about serving up, they were serving him up too.
Luna.
Alexander Luna is no, Comey. Luna's the undefeated fighter. Luna's the one with Heredia. Luna's the fucking Latino who's easier to sell. You know what I'm saying? Not Richard Comey. So your logic is screwed because let me fucking finish my sentence. Where's my guns at with this fuck?
Oh, isn't Comey coming off a win though?
I'm saying not Richard Comey. So your logic is. Yo, let's go to Enrique.
Ness, hold on.
Oh my God,
Ness, you're comparing it to a wrong opponent. Richard Comey is coming off a win against before Luna. Indongo isn't. Broner is not. I can keep going down. Comey has a win, and then he went and fought Luna. Come on, man. That's what you're supposed to do.
So Richard Comey, who'd he fight before the Luna fight?
He had a win though. That's all that mattered. He had a comeback, tune-up win.
Who'd he fight?
Guy, it doesn't matter. Get your confidence.
I don't believe you. Who'd he fight?
He fought in August. All right.
Get the fuck out of here. He fought in fucking. I don't even know how to pronounce the country he fought in, bro. I never even heard of that country, bro. That's not even a fight, bro. He could have just told BoxRec he did that shit.
Who are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Country he fought in don't even got fucking internet yet, man. Get out of here.
Where's that tinfoil hat, Ness?
Tinfoil.
Making up shit. Come on, man.
Go read the country then.
Accra.
Where's that at? Eastern Europe?
In Bukum. It's in Bukum.
What's Bukum?
That's the town it happened in.
I don't know.
Oh no, that was the arena, the Bukum boxing arena in Accra.
And this is who now?
He got a tune-up. That's what he's supposed to get. Go get it.
Tune these up, man. Get out of here with that bullshit. But I hear you. Listen, technically, you're right.
And then he got the win against Luna.
Hey, Matt, you make a great point, Matt. Even though he fought in August.
Right, Matt, I said it. Technically, you're right. Can you stop with your witch hunt and can we let our co-host in?
Yeah, shout out to
selfish. Why you being so selfish?
Could you call him? You said
I don't want him to talk.
Cash Weezy.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw a fight too.
Stay focused. Stay working my dad.
I saw a fight too.
Boxing voice. Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to look for him.
I saw a fight too.
That's right. Talk your shit, spit your game, or spit your game, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Sergey Lipinets brought Mikey Garcia a fight. Shout out to Matt Hunter.
You like saying Lipinets.
Pause. Shout out to Regis Prograis. We saw that fight, right? Shout out to Alexander Doomsday for showing up finally.
Word?
Yeah.
God. Word? I think we need to say that to you. Hold up.
Hey, throw the blicky up, Ness. How long we were driving and shooting? All day, Las Vegas time. Yo, I saw the footage. I'm excited and very, very proud of it. Thanks for the donation. I know you heard my voice. I'm gonna hit the thumbs up live. It's at 121. Here goes 122. Do the same. There's 300 of you guys watching right now. Do it back to back. Yeah, Mikey Garcia and Lipinets is the first fight that I really paid attention to yesterday evening after the Las Vegas arrival. And I think off the bat, Robert Easter has a problem, a tough one. And it ain't Adrian Broner. It is Mikey Garcia. I think Mikey Garcia has that print to beat. I don't know if this is even part of the topic, right? Is it?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you do whatever you can.
Because I'm saying, you know, Sergey Lipinets, who I was like, yo, he got an O, but then I said, yo, that's the 18-0. I went real quick.
13-0, B.
13.
He was only 13.
13-0. So I'm like, yo, he gonna get beat looking at that. Cause now I'm more than Cash Weezy. I'm kind of like TBV casual fan. So I'm like, yo, you know, I'm in the school of TBV, the boxing college, and that is suspicious. That's suspect right there. And sure enough, he brought a fight to Mikey Garcia. We saw Fortuna. What's his first name? Javier Fortuna bring that kind of fight to Robert Easter. Controversial win for him. And I'm like this, like, yo, Robert Easter shouldn't be the Mikey Garcia opponent. It should be Javier Fortuna. You know what I mean? Those are my thoughts.
Ooh, not to mention Javier's been calling them out.
That's my thought. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
But the thing is that would be a perfect world. It's like, yo, the man who beat him should fight him, but it's like that's not what Mikey wants. Mikey wants unification, and Easter got the belt.
He got the belt, and you're right, and it goes to that. But a tune-up fight would be Fortuna after the after Easter. I was suggesting.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but I mean, everyone, Lance Pugmire, every source, every big time reporter is reporting that Lomachenko-Linares is pretty much set in stone. Does Mikey wait for the winner of that to unify the division with that winner?
You pick a winner?
That's why Mikey's getting the fight with Easter, and everything that you said earlier is bullshit because he's going to have 2 titles. Lomachenko's going to have to do something on his end, and if he's able to do something, the fight will become more realistic.
Do something.
Real quick,
hold on, Doomsday. For backstory, Mikey and Lomachenko will be in the same division because Lomachenko will be moving up to fight Linares, who has a WBA title. Plus, Lomachenko would eventually unify with Raymond Beltran, who has the WBO title. Plus, Mikey would be then unifying with the IBF champion, Robert Easter, who has the IBF belt, and Mikey has the WBC title. So hence, if Lomachenko can do his thing while Mikey does his thing, that fight is going to happen. It might end up pay-per-view because Mikey is still a free agent. Even though he's loyal to Heyman, he's a free agent. So this could end up a Showtime HBO Or not even, because HBO's not even in this. Is
What division though? What weight class? What
135. 135.
And Mikey fought yesterday at
140.
140. Yeah, you know, I'm not feeling Mikey Garcia fighting the Lomachenko. I think he could easily beat him because Lomachenko is moving up. Like, I already know the whole move up shit doesn't work for the move up.
Fight him directly. He's gonna fight Easter first. It's a bigger fight if they both got 2 titles apiece.
Yeah, but we could easily call the winner of Lomachenko Linares, and I think easily pick Robert Easter not winning over Mikey Garcia. He don't
real quick on the super
chat. Our chances in getting in that camp. I guess you ain't see the production chat. We about to go to Toledo. You just got us not no more.
No mas.
I'm saying though.
Shout out to Andre Griffin on the super chat. You got the cape on, Matt. Sadly, I agree with you.
Of course.
Ooh, what cape is that?
What cape? Yeah, the L.
The hippity hip.
The L cape.
Cape of the losses.
Nah, I'm fucking with Matt. Shout out to Matt. He was a good guy up in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we even slept in the same bed. Pause.
Whoa. Day 2. Day 2, you mean? Or night 2.
Yo,
no couch on that.
All right. Yo, Enrique, before we go to the callers, you got anything else you want to?
I mean, Andy Ruiz, he won a knockout, but I don't see
Team Kuka. What the? Sorry,
I
was reading a Matt.
Andy Ruiz. Anything? Oh, Manny Pacquiao. I was gonna ask you. I don't know if anybody asked that already. Is it what's the deal? I never heard of him and Bob Arum or him saying.
It's not official. It was fake news. He ain't splitting up.
Who's giving out the fake news?
Yo, but you do got to send a shirt to one person.
Who?
Word.
Check I'll get you the name right now.
I got 10 shirts, guys, man. $15 get you a shirt real quick, courtesy of BoxingFanApparel.com.
It gets you the classic TBV Boxing Voice shirt.
Boxing Voice TBV Classic. Official. Matt has one.
He gave me mine yesterday, and he gave one to Matt yesterday as well.
Matt got 2.
Damn, Matt.
Well, he got it. You don't know shit about boxing. Yellow.
I get 2, yo. What's up with that?
He got
/boxing and apparel. Definitely go check out that page if you want to help support.
How that shirt feel?
Hold on. Speaking of shirts, I just want to say my store on the boxingvoice.com/store has been upgraded.
Ooh.
And you
Macy's
can really
now.
navigate through the store now. And it's got a lot of nice products, especially if you're into Triple G. Go get your big drama show shirt because you know it's going to be a big drama show. Cinco de Mayo, we're going to be out there doing our live show from Beer House. There's also the Canelo out there. You know, you can get your Canelo. But don't forget that we have every single classic TBV with the bandera, baby, with your official flag. You know what I mean? So if you want the Kazakhstanian TBV, go do your thing. You know what I mean? Want the Dominican, like Ness got the Dominican. I don't never play. I even took it to Vegas. The guys didn't even notice. I don't even know if I wore it or not, but I did bring it.
I didn't notice.
We don't care.
You're a hater.
I didn't notice, but I don't think you had it on.
One, Matt. Isn't your flag like white and red only?
No, I don't have a flag.
No?
Portugal doesn't have a flag? That's a lie.
I do not have a flag, TBV apparel shirt.
No, I'm not saying you have one.
He's saying Portugal.
I'm saying we have a Portuguese edition.
Oh, you guys have a Portuguese one? Then I'll definitely cop that.
I'm not even talking to this guy.
Ele não fala português.
Yo, why you hating, Doomy? Why you hating?
Cafecito.
You
were missed.
Here we
were
go.
missed in Las Vegas.
You got to send big shot to God. Big shot to God. If you're still listening, we need your address. He's got he needs a 2X Enrique Churches.
Ooh, 2X.
Yo, you got a Ghana one?
You got to check it out. Check it out. You head
check
on
it out. Jump to check it out.
BoxingVoice.com/store. Speaking of, let's head on out to the sponsors. Let's not make these callers wait anymore. But you know the number 142-456-5241. Press 1. No, 569.
Said that number wrong. Yeah, 425-569-5241.
Press 1.
Hit a thumb up.
One time. Listen, when you're listening to the show, it's this simple. You know what I mean? You can either listen to us or you can listen to them.
Hit that thumbs up button too, man. You guys help us so much.
Yeah, talk over my soundbite, Doomy Doom Face.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
I know you didn't because you're talking.
Brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations.
For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to my boy in Vegas, damn, we didn't even get to see Robert Ortiz. That's how hard we were working, TBV. So just best believe that your super chats and your PayPal donation, your Patreon pledges, all that only goes to straight up hard work. I mean,
hard work too.
Did you guys even drink? Did you guys have a drink?
We eventually we didn't finish. Matt went home with the bottle.
Yeah, we went to a gay karaoke bar too.
By accident, Paul.
You had
You guys went in there like the police academy.
Let me tell you what that. Doomsday, I had to say it because the guy who's always saying pause and no homo is the one that said, "Yo, let's go to the gay bar."
Those weren't the words. Pause on that.
Hold on. Did you pop in? Yo, Matt, hold on, man. All I think about right now is Police Academy. You guys walking into the Blue Oyster.
Yo, it was exactly that, and I was the last one to really notice.
Nah, it wasn't no fucking blue. No one in there had leather chaps.
You better not agree with that, Matt.
It wasn't nothing like that.
Bro, right now.
Yo, for the joke. Come on, for the joke.
First of all, right?
Cut it.
Yes, cut it. Super chat.
Yo, first of all, it was
so I missed out on a happy bar, huh?
Listen, it was like a 55 and older gay club. So it was
okay. Grown in sexiness.
Yeah, like older people singing karaoke and shit and hugged up all over the place. But listen, let's go to Vegas' own.
You might have to fix that later on at the overtime show.
Overtime, fellas.
That's an overtime show to fix that because it's all wrong. But go ahead.
Right. You don't have my intro, man.
Man, we lost it.
Rockstar, sorry.
I don't know whether to feel disrespected or like stoked.
Damn, Rob, hold on. Where's my bass and my drums, bro? I'll fucking make one right.
There you go.
Why is Matt Matt? He's saying that he could be sad that he didn't get to hang out with us, and you're playing sad music. Like
I'm sad.
Okay, he's genuinely sad, Rob.
I don't know. Every time Matt plays that, I just feel like he's being sarcastic.
Listen to this though. Let's start Robert Ortiz call with the story. We are looking for a desert. Ness texts him. He texts us back an address and a name of a place, two opposite directions.
Oh yeah, we need your answer on this now. Now you sent us you told us the something casino. You said
Red
like
Rock Casino.
The what?
The Red Rock Casino, and then you sent us an address to like the Red Rock National Reserve.
Yeah.
Okay.
You confused those two and meant just one, or did you say both, meaning both?
And remember, we're on the strip in the car. Matt has the signal light to the left. The car's reeking. And the address goes to the right.
Hey, you're just talking all over him. Like,
sorry, I thought he heard me talking and would pause. But go ahead.
First, I was giving you directions.
Yo, Enrique's logic is, I'll just keep talking. You shut up.
Yo, poor Robert. He's like, please fucking
listen. The Red Rock Casino was the reference point when I was giving you directions, and I thought to myself, just give them the address of the damn park, and that's how that went. But
the damn
actually get your shots, or
the damn park you sent us to was 44 minutes away.
And the Red Rock Casino was 10 minutes away, so we were very confused.
And they were left and right of each other.
Yeah.
No, that's completely false because the park is like 5 minutes from fucking, the casino. That's why it's called Red Rock Casino, because it's next to Red Rock Park.
Well,
but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I hope you managed to get your footage. This dude's asking me, yo, we need footage of the desert. Where is the desert? I'm like,
true story.
East or west, and you'll find it. Just go,
It's there.
But, anyways, I called in to talk about this Oscar Valdez fight. It was a good fight. I really did enjoy it. It was cool. A lot of heart, a lot of fucking blood and fucking gnarly, all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, these guys are the top of the division or whatever. I don't know, man. I didn't like what I saw too much from either fighter.
Yo, what you mean these guys? Since when has Quigg been at the top? He's been off the top for a while now.
Like a gatekeeper right now.
They're fighting for titles. I know Quigg can make guys look bad, and I know that Oscar Valdez, he's up there. He's in contention, right, to be one of the better guys in that division. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, I didn't like what I saw at all from him, though. It was just like he was throwing those Amir Khan like 30 punch combos with no speed and power on him, and it's just like he's just gonna get knocked out eventually. And he got his jaw broke. He I mean, a lot of heart, but I didn't like what I saw. I wasn't very impressed. I don't know, man.
What about Garcia versus Lipinets?
Yo, this is bad for Quigg, though. You know what I mean? Because Quigg only had one loss, but he had a couple of draws in his career. And, you know, everything that he had after the loss to Frampton, you know, they were like no-name fights. So then he steps in with like a prospect champion.
That was all right.
Goes to war.
Yeah. But
what exactly is it that you didn't like about Valdez, Rob? I mean, like you're saying he didn't have power or speed. I mean, I'm giving him the speed at least.
Yeah, he just didn't have pop.
No, I was making the Amir Khan comparison where he throws these like long, like 10 punch combos, but he doesn't have Amir Khan's speed, and luckily he also doesn't have Amir Khan's chin. So you know it's like he can only get away with that so much. But as far as the Garcia fight, I didn't really get to watch it, only the highlights. But what's it called? The one thing is, if he struggled at that weight, remember he fought Broner at a higher weight, but Broner also isn't naturally big either. He's a very small middleweight or welterweight. So I don't know. I'm not too anxious to see Garcia in against, you know, the beasts of the division. You know, I'm more interested in a Lomachenko for.
But what do you mean? Wait,
Danny.
What do you mean? Because this fight was at 40, and so was his last fight. You're confusing it with 47.
No, that's what I'm saying. But we're already talking about him fighting. Yeah, but there's already been talks of him fighting, you know, Danny Garcia, or, you know, just name anyone in the welterweight division. I'm not ready to see him in welterweight yet, because if he struggled here, and then he looked.
Wait, so you think Mikey struggled?
I think so.
What?
Not struggle, but I saw him get hit. Like, that's the style that I think could take down the Mikey Garcia train.
It's a fight.
Exactly, Ness. Listen,
really quick. Hold on. No talking over. Really quick. A shout out in the super chat from Crucial
Super Chat.
He says, he says windmills are a source of power, and he sends the emoji with the
wink, wink,
wink, wink.
Bomb Squad!
Very quickly, just to back up Enrique and Rob on their point, let's think about Earl Spence versus Lamont Peterson and Mikey versus Lipinets. Before each fight began, I think we all would agree that Earl Spence, Lamont Peterson was the perceived closer, more competitive fight than Mike Garcia versus Sergey Lipinets. Lamont Peterson almost literally did not hit Earl Spence at all for 7 rounds. So you can outwork a guy and outclass a guy and not get hit in a fight. That does happen. I think some people expected that from Mikey, and he did not do that tonight. Not saying it was he got hit.
Earl got hit.
He got caught, man.
Earl got hit. Earl got hit. You sitting here acting like Earl didn't get hit.
Earl really didn't get hit in that fight.
He got hit though.
Lipinets hit Mikey way more than
it was obvious hits, because I was watching that in a crowded place.
And Lipinets is a tough style. You'll see him back.
I'm not disagreeing with that, Ness. I'm just saying the perception of it. The perception of it is that this fight was that Mikey came up to get a belt. That he really wasn't up here to take on this big challenge of Lipinets. It was to come up here and get a belt.
Right. And my
like you writing it off, probably.
But Ness, my thoughts immediately after that fight was like, that's the style that would beat Mikey Garcia. And that's why I was like, yo,
what, a Lipinets style?
Yeah, that whole like I'm here to fight, not the shoulder shuffle, not that. Like that can possibly beat Mikey Garcia, but it has to be Floyd Mayweather. But the tough, I'm here to fight, like the Madonna style.
You need to come forward, guy, at Mikey.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, since we speaking of the 140-pound division, I just want to give a quick shout out also to 140-pound prospect on the cuff of contender status, really starting to put things together. Mario Barrios was on the Showtime Extreme telecast, and he got a nice left hook straight right down the pipe to finish his man. That pairing with Virgil Hunter. Let's see what Virgil can do. He's taken on Barrios before any losses. You know, on here we spoke about sometimes how Virgil takes damaged goods. So he's had Mario for now maybe 4 or 5 fights, I think, Matt. So hopefully it's a good pairing. and they do some things, but they're also at 140, and they're also with Heyman.
Agreed. I think right now it seemed like it's been a good pairing. I definitely criticized Virgil Hunter a lot for the Andre Durrell fight and the way he cornered that. But as of what we've seen with Mario Barrios, they've been working very well together. It seems like it's a good relationship, and it seems like Mario Barrios is improving from fight to fight. So I like that. And again, 140, it's not this stacked division. It's not this, this division filled with names. But there's good fighters. There's some good skill in there. They're going to be competitive fights, and especially now that it is a open division in a sense.
Like Lipinets, bro.
Yeah, and again, to finish my point,
Lipinets with Mario Barrios right now, I'm like, oh my God, I'm afraid for Barrios.
You would see people pick Lipinets, especially off of this fight with Mikey, because he did look good in spots. He looked very good in spots.
Barrios is a lot lengthier, man.
He is lengthier, but I'd still be scared. I'd still be scared. Let me see if Robert Ortiz wants to wrap it up. Robert, you got anything else, or we could go to some other callers?
No, that's it, man. I just wanted to kind of make the comparison of Mikey to, I guess, Broner, the way Broner jumped up in weight. And if you remember him, like, dude, at lightweight, AB looked insane, dude. He struggled against Ponce de Leon, but then once he moved up, it just, he hasn't been this outrageous elite athlete, which he seemed like he could be. We were making fun of him, wannabe Mayweather, but he was dominant in those lower divisions. Then moved up, struggled. So I worry about Crawford getting hit that much against welterweights. I worry about Mikey getting hit that much against welterweights. So I think him versus Lomachenko is a far more appealing matchup at this point in time.
Well, all right, my friend. We're going to go out to the 661-476. 661-476. Who's this?
Robert Ortiz. See you, Cinco de Mayo.
What's up, man? First-time caller.
First-time caller. I'm going to go ahead and play this first-time caller intro. You let the world know your name and where you're calling from, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
What's up? I'm Frank, South Central, LA. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Garcia Lipinets fight. And Lipinets was surprising, dude. Like he surprised me. I thought Mikey was just moving up to get a belt, like you guys said, but dude, I don't know. That shit was crazy. So just want to give props to him. And I don't know if you guys heard that Crawford was talking about the 140 stack now that he left. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, we actually did talk about it, brother. I mean, look, the thing is, and I'll just repeat what I said earlier. It's like when Crawford was in the division, he was so dominant that the division seemed weak. But now that he's gone, the division is competitive amongst these fighters.
It's open.
But that doesn't mean he goes back down, right?
Or would he stay?
Say again?
Because I would think, man, like, we think he'd come back down though.
No. The money's at 47. The money's at 47.
And there's better fighters at 147 still.
But what about like fighting Mikey though? You don't think the money's there with Mikey?
I don't know if it's a $2 or $3 million fight.
Thurman's more money. Spence's more money. Jeff Horn's more money.
Spencer's already already getting 1 point something. Thurman's already getting 2 point something. Danny's already getting 1.5. You know what I mean? Like, why would you go down there where Mikey's probably? I don't know, Matt. What was the purse for this fight?
I can find it. I don't know off the top of my head.
All right, we'll disclose it later. Frank, anything else?
Other ways, Frank, to look at boxing is those point M's, those M points.
No, well, I called in for the Wilder Ortiz. Just wanted to say something about that as a scoop.
Go for it.
I just want to say, man, Ortiz surprised me too. And man, like when he started dancing on him, I actually thought the Wilder was like hurt. I don't know. It was crazy. But Bomb Squad. That's my call though. Peace out.
Frank, man, thanks for calling in. South Central, LA. I'm happy that we're building our LA fan base. We got another LA caller, 661-578. 661-578. What's your name? Where you calling from? First time caller?
It's me. It's me, Rob.
Rob.
And my name's Rob. I'm from Cali, but I'm in San Antonio. I went to the fight last night.
Right, talk to us.
And Lipinets definitely surprised me. But I called it about a couple things. One, I'm fucking tired of this Mexican style. You know, people use it when they want to fucking use it. Mikey Garcia and Oscar Valdez, fucking Mexican style, they never took one step forward. They got backed up the whole fucking fight, but you don't see nobody on Instagram talking shit. But yeah, Canelo's a pussy because he backed up and he ran against Canelo. I'm tired of this shit, dog. Like, why do fucking people hate Canelo that much? Why?
Because he used
built an excuse of fucking tacos. Hey, and about the tacos, people say he's a millionaire. He should be eating organic. Canelo don't give a fuck. If you watch 24/7, the first season when he fought Triple G, he goes to his mom's house.
That's right.
And his mom makes some tacos.
That's cool though. He's burning calories all day. But
he's eating fresh tortillas.
Hey Matt, can you pronounce clenbuterol?
Clenbuterol.
If you're a pro athlete and you suspect clenbuterol in your meat, you don't eat mommy's tacos.
But Enrique, there's only one club or state in Mexico.
You don't turn down your mom's tacos, bro. Like you saw the tape right there. There's no benefit. I mean, how does it benefit him? It's trace amounts. He got tested 2 times after. Canelo is the one who wanted that. But I'm tired of this Mexican fucking style fucking bullshit.
What part though? Because Mikey Garcia is not Mexican style to me. Mikey Garcia is like very. It's obvious that he's thinking and he's throwing back and he's playing a numbers game, but he also has power to knock you out, and he does that. You know what I'm saying? He's smart. He's a smart fighter.
Well, right, but and I'm sorry to cut you off, but
are you cool?
He did the same thing that kind of like what Canelo did with Triple G. He boxed off the back foot. He landed some shots. Of course, Canelo didn't drop Triple G, but Triple G's a fucking retard strength. But I mean,
it's true.
People said Canelo ran, but why don't they say Mikey ran? Mikey didn't run.
You say it right now. Say it.
Valdez ran.
Set it off.
Listen, Rob. You know why they give Canelo shit? Because Mikey didn't say, yeah, I'm gonna fight Robert Easter and then go fight 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know why they assuming these things of Canelo. He put himself in that position to have people doubt him.
And there you go.
Right, and I don't think the kid gets a fair shake. Kind of like Deontay Wilder. He doesn't get a fair shake, ever. There's always an excuse. I mean, there's just fucking these Mexico tacos.
You gotta understand, though, bro.
I'll fucking put my title on it. I'll put my pizza on it. Canelo's gonna fuck up Triple G.
Rob in LA, but in San Antonio, because you went to the fight. Listen, we give everybody 3 minutes on flagship shows. That was your 3 minutes. You're punching after the bell. I want to thank you being a first-time caller and calling in. Hope
Come back
to listen. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel right here. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button so that you get those notifications. But you got to hit your notifications bell to get the notification every time we do go live. Because when we go live, just go live a lot, you know? So you know.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to 518. Is that who's 518?
I heard that before. 518.
I'm used to 508, which is Boston, and 513 is Cincy. Where's 518 at?
518 Nashville.
518-892. First time caller.
Nah, man, it's been a long time. It's Antonio from Albany, man. What's going on?
Oh, Antonio in Albany. What up? It has been a long time, brother. What's good, man? Happy to have you back.
Yeah, man, it's been like, what, 7 years? No, I'm fucking with you.
What?
Nah, but, yo, great weekend of fights. First off, I just want to say, you guys haven't been talking about probably the best fight of the weekend, but that's just my opinion. Fucking Eric De Leon and Andy Vincent. Undefeated fighters, you know, just proving themselves. And
we did talk about it.
I don't know how that shit was a draw.
We did talk about it.
No,
They were being
Andy
too.
Vincent,
They were being too tentative. They were being too technical, and the fight ended up being pretty tight. You know, we all thought Vences won, but we still could understand the draw.
Me too. So, you know, let me ask you a question. You don't think Andy Vincent has a shot at lightweight? You know, being top dog at that division in the upcoming year or so.
I gotta see something else from him.
That division lightweight that he fought on?
Is it 130?
130 is super featherweight.
130. I don't know, man. Gervonta might punch a hole in his face, but he's gonna call me a hater anyway.
Nah, I think Andy Ventus will box his ears off against Gervonta Davis, man. You can outbox Gervonta Davis.
You can, but when he hits you,
that was a good fight.
When he hits you is a different story. And I seen De Leon land a straight left on Vences in the 10th round.
And Ness, Gervonta Davis isn't even the best guy in that weight range. So I mean, if he's struggling with Gervonta Davis, let alone Loma, Mike, Robert Easter, you know.
No, because he's 130, not 135.
Oh, Miguel Burchell, I think, gives him tons of issues and probably beats him.
Vargas, maybe.
You know, there's guys that beat him.
Those guys are up already. The guys are already shot though. But
already shot. Oh, yo, Salido might run over Vences, B.
Nah, he just lost to Miguel Roman. Stop.
Nah.
Stop. Come on, Salido's done.
Nah, but going back to let me
but who Vences knocked out for you to think that he could stop the pressure of the come forward style of
Miguel Roman beat to make you think that he could beat Salido and knock him out?
Boxes.
Yo, Roman been in the game forever though, man.
Oh, come on, man. Roman never showed that he could knock out Salido, and then he did. You know why? Because Salido finally caught up to all this.
You a hater, yo. You a hater today.
Yeah, but real quick though, the quick fight. The reason why Valdez had an issue. I mean, he did win the fight, but fucking Quigg was about 140 plus that night. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of hard to knock him down, or even hurt him at times. But his face got broken, which for me it's like almost a KO. Now I bet he's in the hospital right now. In bed. Just chilling. But good fight, and I think Valdez is gonna lose within the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he gets hit too much. He thinks about offense. Oh shit! I'm out, guys. Peace.
Yo, who he says is gonna lose? Valdez. Okay.
But he meant Vasquez, right?
Nah, he meant Valdez.
Oh, okay.
Because that's who he was talking about. That fault, whatever.
Yeah, there's no Vasquez.
We got King Amin.
The king is
Put your hands up, ladies and gentlemen.
The king is what I mean. My man, get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Now hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody, let's agree that.
Where Jersey at? Put your hands up. I mean.
Yo.
What up?
Yo, what up? Yo, so Friday, I'm watching the fight and I'm like, yo, Indongo, Prograis. I'm like, yo, does it say more about Prograis or Indongo? I mean,
add Crawford in that equation too, because that was conversation real quick.
Now, listen, that's Ghana. Ghana got a little bit of a history of Ghanaian fighters when you're talking about Ike Corte, Azuma Nelson, a couple other guys. Ghana's got a little bit of history. They actually have a fishing town in Ghana where you either become a boxer or a fisherman. But he's fighting in Ghana.
That's not. Get out of here, man. For every Ghana boxer you name, for every Guyanese boxer you name, I name 5 Mexicans. Get out of here.
Yo, you crazy. He said Guyanese and Ghana. That's different areas. On the
I think he's from Nambia.
Ghana, whatever.
Ghana's Africa, Guyanese, West Indians.
Enrique would know.
Made up, I'm pretty sure.
That's like DMX and Belly. The shorty can't eat no books, man. So good though, man.
That's your man's in them. That's your man's.
Y'all crazy as hell, yo. I mean, listen. I think Prograis is great. Listen, 140 is good. Bud. I think he's helping 140 out. But listen, you got Prograis at 140. Mikey Garcia. I think he can hold it down between 135 and 140. My brother compared him a lot to Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? People can complain about Tim Duncan. They say he was boring, but he was bouncing that shit off the cookie box each and every fucking time. 20 points, 11 rebounds, and he never slowed down. So it's like he did it over so long a period of time. You knew he was great because he was consistent. And Mikey Garcia, with his little 4-punch combination, he like the nigga in Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Doing with the medium. Hit you with the medium all you can with the low kicks and shit. Just do the same move over and over again, but it works. Good fight. I like to see shit pop off at 140. Hopefully, Lomachenko take his punk ass up to 140, but I doubt it. He'll probably try to linger at 135. Good weekend for boxing. You know, I'm excited for everything else coming up. I ain't gonna hold the line. TBV, I'm out.
I mean, thanks for calling in.
He didn't even touch on Mikey Garcia, but cool. He said he's out.
He did.
Messed up. I mean,
Ishmael is Sacktown, Sacramento. Ismael going once. Ishmael, we out. Dan in Brooklyn.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What up, Dan?
Yeah, I just want to talk. I want to talk about this relates to Deontay Wilder and Ortiz. You know, Deontay Wilder showed a lot of guts under adversity, and a lot of people say Mike Tyson, you know, never had showed anything under adversity, never had adversity, never came back from adversity, but he did. He against Bosa, he knocked Bosa out. He fucking against Ruddock, he fucking the second fight he fucked him up, and I don't know. I just want to hear your thoughts on that about whether or not Mike Tyson was able to come back from adversity. Against Buster Douglas, he knocked him out. He fucking pretty much knocked him out almost.
I will answer that from my perspective.
What? Buster Douglas knocked out Tyson.
Yeah, but that's what he meant. I will answer that. Mike Tyson headspace. I always think about boxers, their headspace, their background. You got to remember Mike Tyson, again, he don't come from like Yale or Harvard. He's not an Ivy League student. He wasn't scouted by like big time coaches. He was scouted by promoters, Don King and whoever else found him, you know, in a group home and brought him into real life of money. And, you know, adversity to him was bite the ear off, throw an elbow, bend the guy's arm. So mindset, bro. Boxing is different right now. Deontay Wilder is more poised. He's a boxer. He comes from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you know, by way of Atlanta now. And, you know, adversity just means like, yo, fuck that. I'm super confident and I'm going to beat him. He ain't knocking me out. He must knock me out. And that ain't happened. So different time, different headspace. Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder.
Scorsese on Skype. Holla at us.
Holla.
Yo, you can hear me?
Loud and clear. Turn them up in the headphones real quick.
Hey man, Mikey Garcia, man, just further expose what I always say, bro. Like, you know, he trying to get this credit running up in weight and fighting these partial champion things. These little trinkets it's 4 belts, so just get anything. And he has ducked Robert Easter. He has ducked Linares. Lomachenko took his Linares fight. He's probably never gonna fight fucking Lomachenko. He took 3 years off. So when you countered that guy and said, well, Canelo never said he was gonna fight so-and-so and took 3 other fights. Yeah, Canelo didn't take 3 fucking years off either. Running from Gamboa and trying to find a promoter that'll let him do what he's doing now. Fight nobody and get checked. So I got no respect for what Mikey Garcia has done in the sport of boxing. And it's just simple. You can look up and down the resume and
this is stupid.
Really? No, don't disrespect him. He's cool. He's going in the right track. Go ahead, Scorsese.
Oh, really, Enrique?
Sure, that's Matt soundtrack because he's a Mikey Garcia nut hugger.
Not me, and I've been critical of Mikey Garcia in this fight, this entire show. Have you not been listening, Scorsese?
I take that back, man, because I did give you some props when you said it was a bullshit fight earlier. Not earlier today, but it was a few weeks back.
And that was Ness on the soundboard. Come on, Scorsese.
I don't think it was a weak fight. I actually was entertained.
I don't know. I didn't know, but I take that back. It wasn't Matt, whoever. But at the end of the day, man, he's not even going to fight Robert Easter. He's going to do it again.
That's next.
He's going to give you an excuse as to why he shouldn't have to do that for whatever reason until you deal with it. And whoever got him and Oscar Valdez also is rated on ESPN's pound for pound list. I saw him getting votes for motherfucking what? Why? He was running. He was running from old ass, slow ass, no power ass. Well,
that's what happens when you got a broken jaw. You want to go into your back.
Okay, all right. Tell me why he fucking ran from Mariaga. Why was he running there? Don't give me this. He was over 2 pounds. He done struggled his last 3 or 4 fights. Them guys made.
I want to know how Mikey was exposed in this fight. Explain that to me.
I think he was exposed.
Exposed how?
I think he got hit too much by a brawler. A brawler will beat Mikey Garcia.
A brawler. Lipinets is not a brawler.
He came forward. He threw some wild ass overhand.
You know what a
right.
brawler is? Salido's a brawler. All right.
Salito got a bad record.
I want to know where this exposure comes from because
I said he's
what I can't
let Scorsese speak.
Go ahead, Scorsese.
I said I didn't say expose his style. I said he's exposing what he is. His mindset, his pick and choose type of way and make you deal with it. But yeah, he did get exposed. But he got busting his nose up. He don't move his head. He don't move his head. That's why the man could hit him with jab. He was hitting him with 2-3 punch combinations.
Yep. Before you cut off, Mikey Garcia wears a better suit than Sean Porter and KP. Who has the better suit game?
Sean has a better suit game. Come on.
Okay. I was waiting for Scorsese's answer. Who got the better suit game?
Yo, everyone has a better suit game than fucking Mikey Garcia. I'm sorry. We have a ringer, KM Star. What up?
KM Star, what up?
I was basically just, I was just listening, playing around on the internet while I had you guys on YouTube on my screen here. But I'm actually shocked. You guys think that Robert Easter can do anything to Mikey Garcia? I mean, he looks so ordinary in his last fight. That last caller, I wonder which fighter he was actually referring to. And then I double checked and said, "Oh, he does mean Robert Easter." I can't even believe that. I have no words for that. Like, Robert Easter doesn't even belong in the same conversation. That's how limited he looked in his last fight.
I mean, that's just you saying that. But yeah.
I mean, Mikey. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that's just you saying that because the public seems to take that as a big fight.
On this show, that Javier Fortuna beat Robert Easter and got robbed.
I did say that that was a controversial loss.
Okay,
but
so hasn't looked good as of late, right?
I didn't understand. Say that question one more time.
Robert Easter has not looked good as of late. He's had controversial wins.
Yeah, he has a controversial win against Javier Fortuna, and I just think that that's not a big fight to me. It's not a threat. I think that
it's only a big fight to the extent that the guy has a name. In terms of true threat, I don't see it. Maybe he has some good physical attributes. He doesn't use them. So if he doesn't use them, they might not even be there.
So your pick is Mikey Garcia?
Sorry, I don't see him doing anything with Mikey Garcia.
I think if Robert Easter lets his hands go, he throws more than one punch at a time. He does the opposite of what Adrian Broner does. He does have an opportunity to win. I think he does have potential to win if he lets his hands go. And maybe the Javier Fortuna fight was an awesome lesson where he's like, yo, I know what I did wrong. I know why the public is saying controversial. Maybe that makes it a bigger fight because Mikey Garcia does look identical. He beat his opponent yesterday identically, if that's a word, the way he beat Adrian Broner. The same exact fight I saw take place.
Yo, and it's going to continue to be like that.
I actually think that
it's going to continue to be like that. You ain't see Mayweather doing nothing different. You don't change.
That's exactly right. To me, the comparison in my mind is I saw Mayweather with a less talented version, less upper body movement maybe, but the same level of discipline, the same control of range, the same punch selection, the same footwork. I mean, I saw a fighter who was in control. He got touched, but he was in control the whole fight. And I saw his opponent actually have really good head movement, good jab, good ability to cut the distance off and to cut off the ring. So he had a guy in front of him who could fight really well. I think what Ness said earlier is we're going to see this guy again, and then we'll realize how good he was. That's my call.
Man, that guy's going to punish a few guys at 40, I'm telling you. And Scorsese saying in the chat that mark his words, Mikey will not fight Regis Prograis.
That'll be a good fight.
How about Josh Taylor? I heard a couple of people.
What? Who's Josh Taylor?
Mentioning him on the chat.
Josh Taylor.
Can I finish? God,
Josh Taylor lives like
I got hit with multiple bullets right now. They're mentioning
somebody from the rec center.
Oh, do me.
That's how you know Enrique's a casual fan.
you heard Enrique?
That's how you know he's a casual fan.
Do me.
Doesn't know who Josh Taylor is.
We know that we're talking to some casuals. We can tell them this.
Stay in your lane.
Okay, it's okay, casual.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lanes. Josh Taylor needs to get over the domestic level first before I can say anything about it.
I believe it. True.
Boxing Therapy says, whose logic was that? Casual's logic about the brawler. Who's on mute? You ain't even unmute Cam Star, man. What's up with you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, Boxing Therapy on the super chat says, so Ivan Branchek beats Mikey Garcia since he will get beat by a brawler. Laugh out loud. For everyone that says Mikey was exposed.
Mikey was not exposed in this.
Mikey got hit in the face a lot. I
Guess
know it's a
what,
fight.
Enrique?
I know it's a fight. I know it's a fight. We know that.
Look,
But
he got punched in the face.
did you see him get hit like that before?
That's what I'm saying. He had a live body in front of him.
Enrique, let me tell you something. As you step up the level of competition, that's what happens. You got to understand.
13-0 is stepping up the level.
He was a champion at 13-0. Name some other people. Oh, yeah, Rigondeaux, Lomachenko, guys like that.
My fault. I was looking at it from a different point of view. I was like, damn, he's getting
From the
hit
dark.
From the dark place, as Kevin Barry would say. You know, no, a dark place, not negative, dark. Like, yo, Mikey's getting hit. I bet like a Madonna style can beat him. Who is that?
I mean, in that division, Prograis.
Yeah, Regis.
He's the cleaner Madonna. He's gonna come forward.
Regis, that's Regis
I like that
Prograis,
example.
who beat Indongo.
Yeah.
Who made you raise questions about Terrence Crawford?
Well, you asked for a style. I didn't say he could do it.
No,
you asked for a style.
I mean,
I don't even believe that Indongo win. I need another win for Regis. I need another legitimate win.
You need that stamp. Give it Crawford the question mark again.
I do need another legitimate win from him because I don't know. Hold on, man. I know you want to go ahead and defend this. I'm just saying I don't know what Indongo had. I don't like seeing people get dropped with jabs. He got dropped twice with a jab, not once, twice.
Yeah, everybody put Prograis, Regis Prograis on your list.
Rock at least got dropped with a jab while he was given a very competitive fight. Like, it's totally different.
Also, very quickly, whatever you may think about Julius Indongo against Regis Prograis, that really doesn't mean everything about Crawford. Crawford still has Felix Diaz, still has Victor Postal, still has Gamboa. He still has plenty of names on his resume that are still doing great work. So just because you want to discredit one win, the rest of the volume of work that Crawford has done at 135 and 140 does speak for itself.
Listen,
respective divisions.
You heard a hype beast? You got to buy the hype, right? I'm a hype beast. I like hyper things. Hyper exaggerated, hyperbole, as you like to drop,
hyperbolic,
right? Hyperbolic, as you like to say, right? So when Regis Prograis knocked down Indongo, whatever, however you want to say his name, and he was like, "Yeah, Terrence Crawford don't want to." I really didn't pay attention because I was in the mix, but I was like, "Yo, he name dropped Terrence Crawford, the dude with the Indian mask." I put him on my list to watch.
Indian mask, yo, you way.
That's racist.
You know what I noticed?
He had a mask on.
We ain't talking about the Ivan Petrov fight.
Ness, you guys send me that soundbite, by the way. Just saying.
We're not talking.
Yo, he had an Indian mask.
Like your boy Rosenberg.
Yo, that's so funny.
Sent me that officially, you know.
Yo, did he have an Indian mask? Because you throw me off right now. I hope I'm not talking about
man,
the
it's
fighter.
the New Orleans fucking Cajun ragaroo, man.
With Indian feathers, yes or no?
It's the New Orleans boogeyman, bro.
You hit his dude. He said with Indian feathers. He all mad too, like he right.
He said he got the
racist.
Yo, how that's racist?
Yo,
trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah.
How's that racist?
Singing nigga. I'm not the type of nigga that are type of niggas.
Hippity hip.
Talk to some Native Americans, dog. Just educate yourself. It's okay.
True. Yo, we got some callers. Legendary Boxer, talk to me.
Yo, you can't tell me those weren't Indian feathers.
La leyenda.
For a couple of pounds that Quigg missed over the pound limit and shit.
Yeah, we seen it. What's wrong with that?
Do you guys think that fucking snake is gonna go after Oscar and Eric Gomez for the fucking crooked cards of the doping by Canelo and Golden Girl? Do you think that'll happen?
They can.
Yo, why does your life And I never want you to stop calling, so don't take this at
just
all.
Stop that stupid question, Ness. Why? What do you mean? That's the biggest story in boxing. Why won't I want Steve Kim to confront them like he did Eddie over 3 pounds?
Yeah, but it's
Stop
not.
the
You don't
stupid
want.
comment
You don't
and
want.
answer my question.
You don't want Steve Kim to confront him. I mean, you only want Steve Kim to confront him. You're worried about like this Golden Boy, ESPN, and
No, he's not
PBC
gonna
bias.
confront him. I'm just trying to expose him because he will only
See?
do that to an outside promoter or a PBC. He's not going to do that to his employer, Golden Boy, or Top Rank, who give him fucking free lunches and dinner every week. He's not going to. That's what I'm trying to make a point. He's going after Eddie for 3 pounds, but he's not going to go after Arum or Oscar for shady cards every fucking month or fucking doping by Canelo.
Well, let's be consistent though. Let's be consistent. If he's going after Eddie for weight, let's give him a chance to go after some of these other promoters for weight. But to change it,
first fight when they robbed GGG after the post fight, that was Montero. That's the only guy that went after him.
it's still the same clique.
Yeah, but Steve Kim, do you think he'll do that? Or no?
It don't matter. It's the same clique. It's like I don't say something. It's like when I didn't say nothing about Luis Ortiz, but Matt did a video. We a team.
Also, don't bash Doomsday for bringing up Taylor. Taylor will stop Regis. Regis is
Taylor ain't stopping shit.
Get in there. You get in there, legendary boxer. You get at Ness.
Yo, Taylor ain't
They don't know about Josh. Josh will hit you with like million left hooks.
Go look at Taylor. Taylor will give Mikey 10 times more trouble.
Yo, legendary boxer. Legendary boxer.
Not even close to Taylor.
Yo, Papa. Taylor ain't stopping shit but the toilet.
Taylor's gonna fucking put Mikey down. Trust me.
You're crazy. Taylor. Let's see what Taylor does with Molina. Okay, we got to see, does he get past that first?
Molina. Who's Molina?
You know who Molina he facing? The guy Eddie Hearn got him. You know, after 2 losses and deported.
No, that's Josh Taylor, dude. I'm talking about the fucking Scottish guy. Matt, maybe I fucking messed up his name.
No. Ness is wrong. Ness, you think of Josh Kelly, not Josh Taylor.
Kelly, that guy sucks. He's a fucking prospect.
Josh Taylor's like 15-0.
Oh, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, the guy that stopped O'Hara Davies, remember? O'Hara Davies got stopped by the kid.
Man, and you think I fucking give a fuck about O'Hara Davis? Y'all watched that fight. 2 guys that nobody ever heard of made a name off each other.
One last point. Shelly Finkel exposed Eddie Hearn's emails, and then he never replied. He just started making up names. He started calling him Shelly Finkel or Shelly Winkle or whatever.
Shirley.
That's his only response. You see that, guys? And
Of course, he's a tap dancer, Daddy. We know that. We know. Everybody knows he's got the cash cow. It's Canelo Triple G all over again. But y'all know this, and y'all acting like y'all don't know.
You need to call him and confront him and be like, "Why aren't you? If they're saying they 140, so where's your offer? When
confront him, yo, my man.
Where's the offer at?
Yo, I told Eddie we were gonna go to the UK to do something with Joshua. He said no chance, mate. So you think I'm gonna call Eddie to talk about some other shit?
Well, when you see him next time at the fucking bum ass Jacobs fight, ask him where's the fucking offer as the A side. When are you emailing the offer of 40% to Wilder?
You know he's not.
That's all you have to ask him.
You know he's not. You know he's not. You know he's not. You know he's not gonna send.
Please ask him. Just ask him where the offer is. Nobody asked him that point blank period question. Where is the fucking offer for Wilder?
All
if
right.
You say you're not scared. Where's the offer? That's it.
That's true. That's true. All right, legendary boxer. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna go out to Alex, Cuban Alex in Canada.
Wow.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's up?
Yo, dude, this is getting pretty harsh, man. Every time I get home on a Saturday, I'm about to watch boxing. I'm paying the Showtime membership, and they opening out with getting another Cuban beat, man. Well, what is this, man? Every time I sit down to watch some boxing, I'm seeing another Cuban getting beat, man. Not cool, man. It's not cool on this side of the map.
Yo, what Cuban lost this week?
Rancy's, man.
Rancy's? Oh, yeah, Rancy's. Yo, Rancy's look horrible, man. Fuck.
I got he didn't throw any punches, man.
Nah, I didn't even. Yo, even when he threw the punches, I was just like, yo, I thought he was with Ishmael Salas over there.
Yeah, man.
That shit looks bad.
Tell him, este tu faja. Nothing.
No, he wasn't only saying, he was like, tu faja, cojones. Tu faja.
I gave him the clean version.
Yeah, nah, fuck that clean shit. Yo, no FCC over here. Hit that 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you very much. That totally didn't fit the thing. Like, what are you doing, Matt?
I went to hit the other one and I hit the wrong
Such a lie. Such a lie.
This one.
Trying to weasel out. You first of all, you sound biting all over poor Alex's call. Why are you being so disrespectful today?
Give Alex more time. It's Alex.
Damn, Alex. Dude, look at this guy.
TPV fan.
It's fine, bro. It's fine. I just gotta ask you, man, because boxing fans are haters, man. Who do you think will win? Sergey Lipinets or Julius Indongo in a fight?
Lipinets.
Especially based off Indongo's performance yesterday, the way he was falling apart.
Indongo's last two performances doesn't give us much.
Indongo looks like an old Cuban car in Havana begging for new parts.
Yo, bro, he looks skinny as fuck, bro. He looks weak, man. He looks like he got anemia or some shit. Oh, man, that guy is weak. It reminds me, yo, when I was in Cuba, when I was like a little kid and I was super skinny, I'm tall, right? So I was super skinny. People call me anemia. I'm fucking anemia, bro, but I didn't have shit. Oh, man. But I don't understand. The same people that are hating on Garcia's win over Lipinets are the people who give credit to Crawford over Indongo, saying that Indongo was the beast from Namibia. He was going to eat him up. But these guys, now they're hating on Lipinets, man. I don't get this, man. I don't get this. They're both good wings. They're good fighters, bro. We should give credit to these guys and push them forward, bro.
True.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's about it.
All right, Alex, thank you for calling in. Real quick, we're going to go to our iTunes review of the day. Pretty great review. I want to thank, I have no clue how to pronounce this. I'm going to say Matesiwili. I don't know. Matesiwili. I don't know.
Close enough.
Yeah, right. Okay. So it's a 5-star review. So shout out to that. And it's titled Best Podcast. So that's even better, you know? So wait, I got sound bites for things that are like super duper. Yeah.
Where's my air horn? I want my air horn.
Yeah.
My Joe Budden air horn. Where's that at?
I mean, I got them all, B. You know what I'm saying? Shit goes down over here.
Get your game, talk your shit.
It's a 5-star review. It says best podcast. And that's dope because, you know, so many different podcasts. It didn't just niche us down. You know what I mean? So anyway, it says the Boxing Voice is definitely the gold standard for all boxing podcasts. They drop knowledge, laced with fun and entertainment banter. Ness holds it down as the ringmaster. Matt keeps the info straight and stands his ground when Ness gets to clowning. Casual and Doomy are people's people. I can't wait for the Boxing Voice to become the place all fans, casuals, to hardcores come to learn, stay up to the latest, but also learn about some of the history of the game. Join in, y'all. You're missing the bus if you don't support them here and on Patreon. Oh, shit. Peace. That was dope. That was dope. Check that out. Shocked us with the little Patreon plug at the end. Totally official. So that is a 5-star review. And just want to thank everyone that continues to drop us 5-star reviews. You can head on over to iTunes and drop us a 5-star review. It's absolutely free. You know, and you should be subscribed to us on iTunes podcast so you can get all your podcasts. It's good to, you know, download them when you're going on your plane, your train rides, your long car rides, or your run in the park, you know, your bike ride, whatever the case may be, wherever you're listening to your podcast, however you do enjoy them, if it's in the gym, whatever it is, don't forget to stop over either on Stitcher or iTunes to drop us one because we do appreciate it. If you don't feel like doing that, you can always hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube video, either now, future, present, past, doesn't matter, helps with the visibility of the show. Speaking of, we're going to go back out to some callers. We got Alumni calling in, and it's been a long time.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers.
QB, what up?
Yo, QB, what up? Yo, QB.
Yo, what up, my guys? What's going on, man?
I was about to walk away and your intro stepped in, you kicked in, and I was like, yo, hold on, let me sit back down, put my headphones on. What's up?
Yeah. But yo, like, why y'all listen, man? Man, Mikey Garcia, he that man. Progress, man. He can't be no Mikey Garcia, man. You kidding me, man?
Progress? Why? You think we rushing him?
Get hit in his mouth. Man, Mikey will wash him, man. Trust me, man. Everybody talk that shit till they get hit in their mouth, man. A Gongo can't fight. He all lanky, he get hurt. Yo, that shit, he was falling all over like a rag doll, man. That guy can't fight. He need to hang it up. He's 35 years old anyway. He all lanky, he can't even use his side. The jab ain't well, he's swinging all wide, he's awkward, he all off balance. Come on, guys, you already know. Mikey Garcia about to take over the sport, man. That's all, man.
You think so?
Matt, you don't know what you talking about. You don't know what you talking about, Matt. No disrespect, but Matt, you hating, man.
For what?
You hating, man. Stop hating, man.
For what, QB?
Mikey Garcia all day. That's my call. That's it.
Mike Garcia beats everyone at 140 and 135 in the divisions right now.
Not 147 though.
Not 147.
He made a good point, man. Indongo was off balance, man. He was
Indongo looked like trash.
Man. Didn't take advantage of that
Go back
lanky.
out to the calls. We got callers waiting.
Oh.
Let me say, I don't pay showtime to see you all there not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see two motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that sport, my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next. What a great show. Thumbs up, donate.
Yo, you can't tell me that every intro I ever created don't make your head nod. Go ahead, Georgie Porgy. This is your phone call.
Brother. I know, bro, but I always nice to listen to you, B. You know, here, you know, enough. But, yo, let me talk to the fraud department. Can you put me through the fraud department?
You alive, they hear you, and they want to know what's going on.
Hold on, let me pat you over.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... The new number
Yo, that was right on time,
Yo,
man.
even got you blocked, daddy.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Liquor shot. Blip, blip, blip. Go ahead, Georgie. It's yours, man.
Yo, now that you said that, Enrique, I'm totally gonna fucking make what's my man for loving hip hop? A Safari soundbite now. Word is born. I'm gonna make one.
What did he do?
Because he talks like that. He talks like that with the Rastafari when he gets turned up.
Oh, yeah.
He go from regular English to straight
The culture comes in.
The culture. Yo, why you jacking in? Let's start the clock over for Georgie Porgy.
Georgie, one more time. We go redo. Go again. Georgie.
Matt, hit him with the rewind.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, listen, man.
Pull up.
Talking with the fraud department.
The fraud department?
The fraud department. Let me complain. Yeah, let me complain about Indongo, bro.
Hello, you've reached the fraud department. How can we help you?
For shit. Yo, this nigga shit. What the fuck they be selling out there? That shit diminished Crawford fucking so-called legacy now, man.
I was saying the same thing.
Yeah, but why? But why can't Ragaroo just be?
Fucking Christ.
But why can't Ragaroo be that good?
Progress, that is, right?
What are you telling me that his fucking mascot don't show it on who really is the best, and they just put in this? Ah, man, that shit looks so fucking doggy. Fuck that. Anyways, another complaint was so we came out with this me situation. Well, what's good? Are you watching the fight? Don't watch the fight.
I mean, listen, man.
They took two more tests. They took 2 more tests. They found them clean. I think.
The Bureau's obviously system in 36 hours. That means nothing.
7.
You know what? Yo, you're gonna watch the fight on, right? You're gonna watch it.
We gonna be there, baby. We gonna be there.
Ain't nothing.
We making history 2 years in a row. TBV hired to do the no. You let me talk. You let me talk when I'm trying to be defeated.
It ain't Ralph though.
2 years in a row, TBV gonna be doing a live show on the biggest fight of the century. I'm just saying.
Shout out to Beer House
with the it ain't Beer House yet.
Yo, I need to drop the mic soundbite too.
It ain't Beer House yet. But PIP.
So we go on the record as the fans, as the boxing fans, that we don't give a fuck about all these drug testing no more.
Georgie.
I'm gonna watch the fight. I don't
Georgie,
give a fuck.
listen.
I'm done fighting it. I don't want to fight it no
No,
more.
but listen.
I'm done with it.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. We care. We don't want them guys doing.
Really?
Nah, we do.
Serious, man.
Nah, we do. We do care, bro.
We do, but you know what it is? It's up to the sanctioning bodies to lay the hammer down, man. All we can do is report the news and talk
How
about
disappointed would you be if they were like, "Yo, the fight is off"? How disappointed?
Very disappointed. But
Shit, before all your niggas were born, man. So
Yo, let me tell you something. I won't even be that disappointed.
I was like, "Oh man, no bear house or no venue."
Y'all talking right over Georgie. He didn't finish.
Well, you know.
Listen, let them go beast mode. Fuck all these drug testing already. I'm done fighting it. We ain't going nowhere.
Nah,
Big football,
Georgie.
That's it.
Nah,
Beast
Georgie.
mode.
It shouldn't be like that.
Freak
Nah,
show, baby.
Georgie.
We're going freak show. Fuck it.
I'm just selfish. It should be.
I'm gonna watch it. So
you
what
say we going freak show?
Yo, I say just give them as much steroids as they want.
Oh my god.
and shit. You stop, everybody.
All right, Georgie.
Look, you know what I feel? You know how I feel about this stuff? It's like,
Yo, we just give them HGH. I'm down for that.
Yo, Georgie
as long as
said.
they're on the same playing field.
Yeah, give them the same.
Wait. Georgie said, "Do we care about the Canelo fight?" Right? And he said, "If it don't," and then Enrique said, "Yo, if it don't," no. What? Somebody asked, "If it doesn't happen, are you mad?" Like if they just pull it and they're like, "Yo, it's not gonna happen," are you mad? So can you guys answer that? Would you be mad if they say, "Yo, the fight's off"?
No, I would not be mad.
I mean, mad. I'm mad is
It's a very specific word. I would not be mad.
I'm not gonna be mad. I'm disappointed.
You're not gonna be able to watch this fight. You're not gonna be able to go to the festivities of
Disappointed. Totally disappointed.
I'll be bummed. But I'll
Totally.
put it this way: if this became a standard, where like they were actually
Using them as an example.
no, they were actually serious about PED regulations. Like I'm okay with that. I'm okay if this is the result of actual serious PED regulations. Is we don't get fights we want sometimes. That's the result of PED regulation, people. If you want people to not use, we're gonna lose fights. We're gonna lose fighters. That happens.
Let me tell you my reason as to why I wouldn't mind this fight. If not that I want this to happen. Obviously, I want to go out and perform and continue to build our resume as a traveling show.
Like a circle.
That being said, if it didn't happen, it just means Jamal or the winner of Centennial get a shot quicker. Hopefully, yeah, I don't even want to say hopefully who. Like whoever gets the winner, you know?
Or we get a Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders for an undisputed championship. Like that's possible. Like that would be, I would get hyped for that, to be honest. Like there's things like, again, if we are serious about PED regulations, we're going to lose fights. We're going to lose fighters due to stuff like this. If we're not serious about it, then we let the fights go on and we turn a blind eye and we don't care. We have to pick as a culture of boxing, which one we want. And right now we're stuck in between and we need to decide.
I'll tell you what I don't want to lose. Callers.
Don't even respect your ass. That's why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga.
Fight, doctor.
Doctor.
So you fell asleep, doctor?
Damn, that's so disappointing.
Nah, they hit him on the pager.
I was really looking forward to that, man.
The doctor had to go.
Damn, fight doctor review.
Doc. Hey, yo, doctor, here's another funky track and it's I don't remember the rest, but I know Matt does. That's a West Coast shit. He that was his lullaby at night.
That and nothing but G thing.
Yo, look at what I got.
Oh, the classic.
Classic. Yo, give me a spin. Give me a spin. Oh
yeah.
2018 version. Give me a spin. Bring it back. Oldies but goodies. Pull up. Yo, where the spin at, Matt?
I gave it.
Oh, you ain't mixing, Matt. You gotta
Again, drop a bomb on Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yo, we didn't talk too much about Ivan and Petrov, man. I don't like that.
Damn.
Ivan and Petrov fight. We didn't talk too much about that.
If the people ain't calling, you gotta remember this is the voice of the people, man. You are that voice.
La voz de la gente.
La voice de la gente.
All right, we got actually a call. Let's go out to Ed Brown. Talk to me. Ed. Ed on Skype.
Yo, Ed, you sleep?
He was just listening, so you about to just listen to us be out because we out and shit. Trying to get the booty up.
I need some comida.
Yo,
90 seconds. Comida. Some food.
Yo, Vegas, thank you. Super chat. Thank you. Vegas was awesome. We did not sleep. We shot. We didn't realize how much time passed. Matt realized how much he drove. He did not like it. He was like, yo, thank you. Let's walk to Taco Gordo's or to Denny's. You missed it, guys. You missed it. And I'm talking about, when I say guys, I really mean
50 seconds. Now, if you follow us on Patreon, you definitely didn't miss it as we were bringing you live updates.
Hold on, Ness. Hold on. Ness. Stop the song.
Oh.
I only do this because it's very important.
Oh.
We have Ron, the mastermind, calling in. If you don't know what that is, go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Maybe if you're on this tier, you are so special that you can just stop the show from stopping.
Whoa.
Call in.
Whoa.
Hit him with the air brake.
Whoa. Unlatch the stanchion.
He's the mastermind. We got it.
Let him through. VIP. Let him through.
Why y'all gotta hype me up?
Well,
I was working.
Ron, get off that speakerphone. Come on, mastermind.
Ron, you on speaker? You about to get shot right now.
I'm on these AirPods.
Nah, that ain't no AirPod. Them fake.
Seconds.
You bought those on eBay. Because my AirPods don't sound like that.
Hey, Wayne, I got a busy week ahead of me, man. Stop it.
AirPods clear as a motherfucker.
Let me call right back.
No.
You good.
Yeah,
just go. Talk your shit.
Y'all cool with this? All right. Well, so is this Easter and Mikey fight probably gonna happen?
Probably.
Linares and
Loma.
And Loma's happening.
Probably.
So fighting not only these Easter, right?
Probably.
That's what the thought is. That's what the chat.
Yeah.
That's what the whispers are.
And there's Regis Prograis talking, which I like.
So I got people. That's what I'm saying. I got people out in Toledo. So if you guys really need, I can hit up a lot of the gyms and a lot of the up-and-comer fighters up there. I know that's what's talking about it. I can get some stuff going and try to reach out. So you guys can be the number one podcast. Is that what you guys want to do?
Let me give you an experience that I just had. I just had an experience. Let me tell you, I had this experience in Las Vegas. We go into the TMT Boxing Club, right? And as we're walking out, first of all, we get approached. I only get approached, not Matt. I get approached by somebody like, yo, who you with?
Yo, first of all, shout out to the people.
Hand.
Shout out to the people that noticed us.
That's what I was getting to. I get approached, and all I had to say was like, I'm with the Boxing Voice. He's like, oh, who? I'm like, I'm with the Boxing Voice, and I'm shooting Badu Jack. Soon as he saw Matt Ness and Badu people come signal me, it was like, yo, the guy disappeared.
Yo,
part two. We left now. We done. Interview done. We walking away. Amateur boxers are walking up to us like, yo, y'all shoot only professionals or y'all fucking with amateurs too?
Nah, we support our amateur programs.
And we was like, and I messed up. I should have, as the leader of the pack.
Enrique was like, yo, fam, how many fights? Oh, you got 3 fights? Nah, man. Holla at us when you got like 30.
Damn, Cash Weezy.
Nah, but you know,
you was talking to a future champ. You ain't even know it.
It's true though.
Nah. He's trained by Badu Jack's trainer, Louis Duval. So we gonna keep an eye on him. That's what
we got his number. But we could have got some tape on him.
T. Hill was there too. Errol Spence sparring partner was in the money in the TMT gym.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been trolling Badu Jack.
First off, that gym, that TMT gym. Going in there, that shit is going into like, I mean, it's real clean. That's like fed time.
We gonna mute you because you got that card just.
That's like fed time in there. It's clean, but you gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight in there.
Yo, what's fucking with they did? Yo, you know the dude KSI. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but
man, I would have been.
Yo, we doing overtime, Matt. We gonna end this shit right
We
now.
should do an overtime. We gotta do overtime right now. Right now.
The Doomsday ain't gonna make it. You gonna make it?
Listen, all I know, if I would have been down there with y'all, I would have been in the ring boxing. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think so.
Is you on overtime or not?
I'm on like Donkey Kong.
All right, so we are listening. Find me on Instagram at NestGTO. Final thoughts. Great weekend of boxing. Congratulations to Mikey Garcia for moving up in weight class. You know, doing what he did, looking as good as he did. Congratulations to Sergey Lipinets. Put a hell of a fight for his 14th fight.
True.
I am tremendously impressed with him. Cannot wait to see him again. Glad it wasn't a knockout loss, so he doesn't have to wait the official 90-day suspension.
Yep.
Oscar Valdez, it's time. It's time, but they're gonna keep milking him because he's not ready. They posted a picture on Instagram. Manuel Robles, his trainer, his hand is swollen. He's in the hospital. I mean, I don't know, man. He's taking rounds off his career with the style of fighting when he easily boxed. Shelly, Finkel, Deontay Wilder, all that triangle of sin between Joshua and Eddie Hearn and Wilder. Man, look, that's gonna happen when it happens. I'm not even whatever. It's like 2019 for me is the way I got it made up in my mind. Pacquiao being with Bob Arum is a bit of a letdown. I was kind of excited to see Pacquiao on his own again. You know, he had some interesting fights when he signed up with Golden Boy. They took care of him, so I thought maybe we got, you know, a later version of that, kind of like Miguel Cotto did going out with Golden Boy. You know what I mean? Regis Prograis, shout out to him. Start calling out Mikey Garcia, my friend. Start calling out Mikey Garcia.
Yo, follow you where, Nets?
I already said it at the beginning.
All right, well, I missed that. Well, I'm gonna go with shout out to Lipinets for doing well. Shout out to Mikey Garcia. Shout out, congratulations to Robert Easter for being a star in that division now. And shout out to Regis Prograis. Congratulations to him for also being part of the mix. I hope he does make noise because I'm going to start mentioning his name a lot in this division. You know what I'm saying? And his Ragagaru mask, I swear to God. Rugaru, I swear that has some Indian feathers on it. I swear. I was like, yo, that shit look crazy.
Had the Seminole feather on?
What kind of Indian is that? You know what I'm saying? It was Rugaru. Thank you for that knowledge. New Orleans. Is that what Beyonce was talking about? Where I got the Creole in my blood, throw that Negro in it. Woo! Yo, you can follow me on Instagram, Fight Talk. That's my name, FIGHTTALK. I'm on the famous YouTube. You can get it in the link, right, Matt? TBV_casual fan.
Max Boogie talking about Subaru.
TBV_casual fan is my YouTube. TBV_casual fan is my Twitter. At Fight Talk is my Instagram. Regis Prograis. Let's go. Overtime, I'm gonna be there. Let's talk some shit.
Final thoughts. Hell of a weekend of fighting. Shout out to all the fighters, all the boxers. We appreciate the entertainment that you give us weekly. And we appreciate you for putting it all on the line. Indongo, damn, you disappointed us again, brother. Can't do that twice in a row. That's bad luck in boxing. And Regis Prograis, you took care of business. And you keep proving that you are the goods. Mikey had a live body in front of him. Lipinets was a guy that I knew was going to keep coming forward with good head movement and give Mikey a problem because Mikey's also is well known for his timing. And it took him a while to figure that out. So congratulations on him, though, making history. And everybody else who fought on the weekend. This is Alex Doomsday Lainez. You can catch me on IG, Alex Doomsday Lainez. You could go ahead and go to Facebook, Alexander Lainez, Lainez. Or you can check me out on Twitter. That's Alex Lainez TBV1. And I just opened up my own channel, Doomsday Chronicles. Check it out. Only 4 videos on there, but I'll be working on it as time passes by. Just put out a jab tutorial out there. Go check it out.
Final thoughts. Salute, obviously, to Mikey Garcia, Sergey Lipinets, Kylie Raylick, Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg, Regis Prograis, Ivan Branchik, Peter Petrov, all the warriors we saw this weekend, because we did see a lot of warriors, a lot of guys show heart, a lot of good fights, a lot of great technique on display. Salute to all the fighters of the weekend. Wilder, Shelly, Finkel, Eddie Hearn, and that, triangle of he said, she said bullshit. It is what it is. We have UK fans are going to ride with theirs and say that Eddie Hearn is telling the truth. Shirley Winkle is lying, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to have the US fans say the opposite. And that's what's going to make this fight a super fight. And that's what we get. But of course, before that, we have Joseph Parker. And again, make sure you watch out for Camp Life. Joseph Parker coming out this week, I believe. And of course, head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We're going to do an overtime show. If you don't know what that is, just head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. I'm Matt Hipster. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram, and my MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radios, on Patreon, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, etc. If you want to find all these cousin channels of The Boxing Voice, go to The Boxing Voice on YouTube in the featured channel section. You can find all of them right there. Peace.
Yes. If you've never heard an episode of Overtime, you're not going to want to miss this one, as we're going to be talking about all behind the scenes stuff that took place at Joseph Parker's camp, Las Vegas. Quick shout out to all our super chat. B. Paulie instead of Paulie B. Big Shock to God, Rob Weatherall, DOG215, Andre Cruz. I love Muff Davin, Cruz, Andre, Crucial, Young G, and Boxing Therapy.
And Andy Ruiz, let's not forget him.
Thank you, guys, for the super chatting. We are outie.
Peace.